Welcome to PBKC Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, welcome in everybody for a very special live streaming of our Thursday $150 Deep Stack Plo tournament. I'm Matt F, representing, of course, our back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. So,
are you a Panthers fan?
the boss man said as a treat to help celebrate, I can wear this today, but just today. I'd have brought you one, but I thought it was going to be Brian.
I have like 15 Panthers jerseys, but they're all Carolina Panthers jerseys.
No, those are fake Panthers. These are the real Panthers. But anyway, we're bringing you our PLO Deep Stack 3K guarantee tournament. And it looks like everybody's just about ready to go over there on the table. So why don't we hop over there real quick? Yeah, no. Oh.
He's up there. Yo! Right here, hurry up. You gotta help the kid out. Oh, fuck him.
Come on, Rocco.
Nah, he's young. He can fucking run. Get the hell out of here.
No, you saw
Hustle.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Let me hold the seat.
Or making it oscillate or whatever. All right, so getting in on our first hand. And we can get a look at our starting chip stacks here. Couple of short stacks, but nothing really too unusual for a Thursday. We have a total entries of 39 players, so we're going to be paying out our top 4 spots today.
Good deal. We've only been paying out our top 3 for the last couple of weeks, so it's nice to see an extra spot. Yeah, an extra
fourth
spot
place
out on
action.
there. Yeah.
And those of you that are joining us on Twitch, you can hit ! Payouts and get the payouts any old time you want, as I will demonstrate.
Show them. Show the people how it's done.
I gotta do it. But first I'm gonna get it in the chat box first. That probably helps. Because I was typing it in and I'm like, why isn't anything happening? And just like that, those of you on Twitch can see that. If you're here on YouTube or another platform, well, sorry, we haven't figured that part out yet. Get it to pop up on all platforms.
Joaquin's going to take it down there. Not really sure what he had, but it's Omaha, so I'm sure there's at least 2 pair. Nice little cast of characters here. Most of these guys are
the usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual PLO suspects. We got Steve in the 3 seat, Joaquin in the 1. We got Uncle Mike in the 6 seat, Terry in the 7, and everybody else. Oh, we got Neil at the table too. I haven't seen Neil in a while.
Yeah. So 39 entries. Our featured tables, we're down to 23 at the start of our live stream here. And we're going to be with you till the bitter end.
I don't know why they say that, the bitter end. What if, I mean, the end is sweet, right? If you make it to the end, it's sweet.
For the Panthers it is. But for the Edmonton Oilers, not so much.
I got a feeling we're gonna be making some callbacks all day, huh?
Yeah. I actually sing the song, but I was actually talking to Josh about some music things with YouTube and a certain song by Queen. But we don't want to get demonetized, so.
I think we'd be all right today. Three or $4 bucks. I'm sure you'd pay for it.
Chip in $3 or $4.
Yeah. Now look, your guy Terry in the 7 seat rocking the Panthers hat.
Yep. Yes, excellent taste in it.
It's the hat. Makes him a winner.
Did refresh my memory, but the Oilers won Game 1, correct?
Yep.
Man, what a nice little
should.
run.
We were heading it. We should have had that.
You know in hockey it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's ahead. In any sports game, it doesn't matter who's ahead, who's not ahead. I mean,
It kind of does.
it only matters at the end. Listen, both teams.
It's a lot easier to maintain a lead than it is to come back.
And we have Captain Obvious here in the booth. He'll be here all day.
It kind of matters.
It matters, but there's no should or should nots. Or technically the Panthers were down in the one game, and then they came back with 20 seconds to go. Should they have lost that game?
We did.
No.
Yeah, we did. That was game 4. We were down. We were up, and then we were down, and then we tied it with 20 seconds left, and then we lost it.
I believe you.
Yeah, that's.
Raise 2,500.
So yeah, it kind of does matter.
Again, it doesn't matter because then you go to overtime. None of it matters until the end. I mean, if we're being honest, the whole game, nothing matters until the end. There's no shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Terry the Rock.
No shoulda, woulda, couldas, buddy. Got Neil with a top pair and a flush draw. Something tells me he's going to get it in here. My powers of perception. Terry's got 2 pair. Wow, did he check? Hello? I don't like that.
And that's how you lose.
Neil just hit
Better
2 pair. He just hit 2 pair on the turn, so yeah, we're
And he's still got the flush draw.
still surprised he checked that flop though. But nice 5 ball on the turn. I can't see Terry folding here. He's got 2 pair. Flush has not completed yet, but he is going to fold. Wow, what a fold! That's a monster fold.
I was not expecting a fold.
I was not either.
If he comes back and watches on the stream later, when the archive videos go up, give himself a little pat on the back.
For sure.
Yeah, I was.
For sure.
I was pretty toasted on
But
that.
look what he's got left in chips. He's got like 8K left.
7,500.
Yeah. I think I might have just said
Chip in a chair, man.
Yeah, no. I mean, he had some outs. He could have hit a better 2 pair, but it was not looking good on that turn.
Is it connecting to?
And actually, a couple of his outs were gone because Buddy had a flush draw. So
In Sicily.
10 of spades is gone. Ace of spades is gone.
Just bring duct tape.
Good fold by the man they called Terry.
Yeah, no, you're not joking. I've seen
No,
that all
I'm
in my
joking.
travels.
I'm joking.
Every week I
Just
root
get
for Terry.
used to
A
something.
little bit. It's okay though.
I'm excited.
I would get good luggage.
Yeah, I have. I've done this many times.
Good for you.
Man, Dan. What?
Man, Dan Lord.
Okay. All right, man, Dan.
Raise 3,000. All in.
Terry, I would say this is the one, buddy.
Yeah, this is pretty solid.
Yeah. Especially when
And he's
you're
gonna get action.
Oh,
I would think.
it's beautiful. He's going up against kings. I mean, he's dead to a king or diamonds. All the 3s are gone, so Mike's going to need a couple of 8s, bunch of diamonds, or a king. I like Terry's chances. But that's probably the kiss of death.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just jinxed him, man.
We'll see. We'll see you in
Terry-
23rd place, Terry.
Terry, jinxing Terry.
Yep. Oh, that's
Or maybe
pretty
not.
good flop. Diamond? Nope.
It's all over but the shouting.
Ball game. Or in your case, putt game. That doesn't have the same ring to it, though. Were you watching at home with the wife, or have a couple of friends over, or what? How'd that go? Or were you isolated?
Kind of isolated, but
Yeah.
not. Pre-planned trip. We took baby girl to Universal.
Oh, cool. Oh, you did the Epic?
So I'm in line at like the Jurassic Park ride with my ticker up, and then out of nowhere,
No way. You weren't even watching? Now we're talking the last game, or?
the last game.
Oh,
Yes. The rest of it, yeah, I was just
What a
regular
buddy.
watch.
That is you are a dedicated dad. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you.
Well, we put this together like 2 months ago, so it's not like, sorry, sweetie.
I mean,
the TV schedule didn't line up. I got to cancel Universal on you.
Listen, with everything you're just telling me, I'm still shocked.
Right.
So that's cool, man.
I mean, I could have ditched him.
No, I know.
And gone to the sports grill they have there at City Walk.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's kind of.
No, not necessarily ditched them, but I mean, you could have taken them there for 3 hours.
To be honest, I was worried about karma biting me. I said, you know what? If I ditch him, we're probably going to lose. So let me do the good thing as a dad.
Well done.
And get the good karma. And we won 5-1.
So when you found, I mean, obviously you knew you were going to win in probably like the beginning of the third period. So were you just kind of like, you were smooth sailing, you weren't really too worried about it?
Just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
I wasn't like celebrating or like flexing or nothing.
No,
like that.
but
I
you
said,
knew,
when
right? You knew.
Well, at 5-0, I'm like, okay, I can strut a little bit.
Well, it's nice because I mean there's been so much back and forth action in the finals that I mean no lead was ever safe.
We blew a
obviously,
3-0 lead in this series.
Right.
That's why. So when it was 3-0, I'm like, okay, that's good, but keep going.
Right. Exactly. Oh man, happy for South Florida, happy for you, happy for the Panthers, and honestly, I mean like I'm not like a huge hockey guy, but like I mean that's probably the best. I mean they're obviously the best team in the league this year and last year, but I mean they only got better from last year. The team only got better.
Next year too.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for South Florida. It's good for Panthers fans. It's pretty awesome. Wow, did Dave just hold a flush? Well done.
No.
He did.
Well, yeah, he did.
No, he did. He had
But
a
Rocco had an
high
ace
flush.
Well,
Yeah, but he didn't know that.
Yeah, but I just mean long term. It's a good move because Rocco had an ace and had a stall.
Agreed, but it's still hard to make a flush even if it's only a 9-high flush. And he had 3 clubs, so he had removal. Some of the flushes out there. So still a good fold. And Dave has a lot of chips.
But Rocco was playing the aces there, and it just
turned
into a flush at the end. So he's all like, no, it was aces all the way to the river. And he's like, oh wait, I got a nut flush. Okay.
No, but there's something to be said for. I mean, you can tell Dave's been he's been playing our PLO tournament ever since we started it. Probably roughly about a year ago we started doing this PLO tournament, and Dave's been showing up for probably about a good 80-90% of these tournaments, and he does very well in them, and he's gotten better and better. And I remember a time where Dave just. Did he just throw 5 cards to the button? Now we're gonna find out. Anyway,
I don't think he did.
It looked like 5, but I mean. I remember a time where Dave would just call off with a hand like that. So for him to just be able to check fold a flush on the turn, I think is pretty impressive. So he's an official Omaha player now. We're getting to that point in the WSOP now too, where they're doing some high stakes PLO buy-ins, and I mean those are a lot of fun to watch too. Oh wow, Neil flopping the world here. Flopping a straight and an ace. Neil, we're not checking this, right, buddy? Yeah, boy.
You can't check that. I mean, you could. It just would be very prudent.
Not against 4 other players. If you're heads up with someone, I could see maybe checking, trying to get some value somewhere else. But against.
Not this time.
Nah. We'll take down that little baby pot. Neil back up over 20K now. He started this feature table with like 13, I think, 12 or 13. So nice to see him over starting stack. Starting stack was 20K in this tournament. Did you happen to check out Uncle Mike last week? Did you see online Stephanie Mo put up Uncle Mike in the Indiana Jones?
No, I didn't see that. Oh, you're gonna have to show me that.
He was looking pretty good.
Sounds pretty good. It does. It sounds good.
We were doing the dun 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 dun, and actually
Trying to get his copyright struck. Paramount, don't sue us.
I was off kilter with my notes with my
what's the con
my notes
behind
just
it?
to
It's around.
make sure we didn't get copyrighted.
Man, the right color shirt and everything.
He even had a strap too. He had a satchal with him. I
I was
swear
gonna
to
say,
you.
he just needs a whip.
That's exactly, literally verbatim what I said. Literally verbatim. But he had a strap too, and he was looking pretty good. But I was with Steffi Mo, so every reference I made kind of went. Indiana.
Queens. We got queens. We got jacks.
Ace, king, queen.
Jacks and threes for Terry. Man, Terry just getting 2 pair.
It's gonna be 21 in September.
Second time. We've only just started. 13 minutes into it.
It's great.
Not really sure what Mike's mystery hand is. Terry with 2 pair.
Well, that's why it's a mystery.
Dun dun dun. Terry's got a nice prop hand here. Could pay a couple $100 in the pit.
Check.
Dave flopping a flush.
My family were drinking in the backyard.
Mike's the only one that could possibly beat him at this point because we don't know what he has.
Check, check, check. Pause. I'm still waiting.
And he
Wait a second.
Dave checked it on.
Wait a second.
I don't like this check from Dave on the button.
Terry's got a set of
That's what I'm
now, so
saying.
he's
You
looking
open
for the board to pair.
you open yourself by letting
man.
3 random hands in on the turn. Let's see if Dave sniffs this out.
12-5 all in.
Terry needs the board to pair.
Dave folded a 9 high flush. Let's see if he's in the business of folding queen high flushes.
Well,
nice.
there's nothing on the
Oh.
board to beat him yet.
Of course there is. There's 2 straight flushes,
Wow,
ace high
but
flush, king high
No
flush.
one's looking for a straight
No, it could be ace high flush or king high flush. I mean, Rocco had it last time, so I just like the fact that Dave kind of recognized, what's going on here.
But what I mean is it's very low probability of being here. But
I mean, he was only heads up against Rocco, and Rocco had it last time. I mean,
4, 5, 6, pair the board. No, the board does not pair. Terry is eliminated.
Good luck, guys.
I don't like it when you say it like that. Seed 7 was eliminated. How about that?
Thank you, thank you.
See you.
Edmonton was eliminated in 6 games. Is that better?
I like it.
40 people. Yeah, it's pretty good.
This is going to be a 150 no limit holding tournament.
That's a bummer. Are they still going to keep them nightly?
Nightly PLO on Tuesday. Back to
Oh, okay.
Tuesday.
I actually like Tuesday night better.
But no, you mentioned Epic Universe.
Yeah.
And
A lot of people
part of the reason that
That they wanted more
pre-planned is
More holding.
I sent Mike to
He's
Europe.
complaining about that.
More cards is better. Listen,
I know exactly.
you know,
Yeah, this game is so much more
So
fun.
I
this,
plan on
people complaining
picking
about
them
it.
up out of it. I'll be doing my new Panther swag whenever I get it and going to Epic Universe by myself before I get them at the Orlando airport. So that's good. That's where the Epic is going to go.
Yeah, they were crying on their points.
My passes don't cover it.
Did they know that you're going without them?
Yeah, they know. Well, I told them. I said, if we win Tuesday or Friday. I said, I'm getting my 2025 champs swag.
Right. 65.
Shirt or a
I'm gonna go
jersey?
up shirt.
Okay, I'm about to say it's gonna be pretty hot if you're wearing a jersey out there.
And that'll be that. We just won. I'm going to Disneyland type thing.
What was the best epic area, in your opinion?
Super Nintendo World. But that's the gaming geek in me.
I mean, that just makes sense though. You do the Mario Kart ride?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Is it a race or is it like a bumper car thing?
No, it's a VR.
Oh, it's VR. Oh, okay. Oh,
You don't actually go very fast, but when you're wearing the headset, it looks like it.
okay.
3,000 all in. Let's give you a gift.
Steve all in here at a short stack with pretty good suited pocket aces. Got a straight draw.
Against what? Inquiring minds.
Mike's got a
Here we
flush
go.
draw. Wow, Mike's got a monster.
Wow, he does. Ace
I mean, not against aces, but he does have a flush draw. There's a straight, but it doesn't matter because dead to an ace or dead to a spade. No spade. Steve gonna double up.
The aces.
Wow, look at
And
Mike's hand
deuces.
pre-flop. Ace, king, jack, tens,
Yeah.
double suited. Gross.
See, that would have been a lot more fun. Like if we knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if that's a product of Mike not putting his cards in the box or.
We should see if we can do a high-low trip down there for their Tuesday game.
Can I get some blues for Mike?
Yeah.
Forgot to take this part. Lucky for me, we didn't get any jaw-dropping kind of results. So I think I'll get away with it.
Well, now if everything's hold up, it's kind of like
Thursdays are tough. I mean, obviously there's some PLO hands that you want to write down, but at the same time, every other PLO hand can be exciting. So you really want to
relatively new.
make sure it's
As
the right handemonium
We
qualification.
do love our handemoniums here on the live.
Ooh, double suited aces for Neil.
See,
Just
I'm glad I
calling.
remembered that. Yeah, I'm glad I just now remembered that. So I might have to write something down because there's some hands out here.
Ooh, Rocco's got a big hand. Let's see if he just calls here or if he puts in a pot bet. Yeah, Neil might have messed up by not potting his pre-flop. He's gonna let in the whole world.
6-way.
Weird. Mike's hand.
Including Mike.
Not
yeah,
registered
I don't think
again.
he's putting them in the box.
6-way action.
It's a good read.
Ooh,
This is an easy fold, I feel, for Neil when you let in 13 players.
65.
with 3 sixes. A Because the black chips are gone.
Just these. One is right too.
All right, well, we're waiting on that next hand. Bad beat jackpot over 200,000.
You have an overpair?
So come down and win your share of 200,000 here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club in our cash room.
Got me a phone better.
Quad 10s or better, beaten by better.
Yeah, no
Somebody call, somebody have the six, and just lay down.
Yeah, that early people are.
I have aces.
You have aces?
Yeah.
Oh, you got better pair than me.
High hand progressive jackpot on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Win
Nice.
$400 on Friday, Saturday, plus if you're the first of that particular high hand, it's associated with it on top of the $400.
Play that out of position.
Lots of fun, lots of cash. You don't want to miss out. Come on down to the Action Palace Friday, Saturday for our progressive high hand jackpots.
I wasn't here for it, but last time you guys did the progressive, I heard one of the royal flushes got up to like 18,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
4,500. Oh.
Because the Royals, they have one for each suit, and there was like one suit that just didn't get hit.
Yeah.
For like, a month and a half. So
What a day that would be.
worth a pretty penny.
You show up playing straight two, and you just smash an $18,000 pot. I mean, obviously, a good portion of that's going to taxes and tip, but still, I mean, walking out of here, 14K or whatever.
It sure hasn't happened to me.
12,500.
I mean, I've hit a high hand. I mean, I've only
not
gotten
that high.
I've only gotten one as a player. I've only gotten one royal flush in live poker, and it didn't count for high hand because I only had the ace.
One in your
Yeah, the four others were on the board.
Who all the people that want 2 cards? Who there?
I felt a bad beat here 20 years ago. And,
I didn't even see the red guy, the red 9. Start doing the 5 cards.
it's like,
Yeah, that's a tough spot.
No, you make more money because people.
1,015 now.
$200.
I thought he was gonna cry.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
it's a tough one.
I swear to God.
Tough to handle.
Can we get a collection going? Maybe take him down to
Five card
the steakhouse or something. Get him a steak. Get him something.
Yeah, mine was beautiful.
What do you usually get for that?
5, 6 of clubs, and then flush on these.
wow.
It was the blinds too. Like it was just perfect.
Well, you got the WSOP right now, so that doesn't help. That's why.
And the best part was they each
And
like
we're kinda
slow played it.
seasonal.
They each have a straight
Well,
flush.
yeah. I mean, you
Obviously,
got straight flush. You're like, no way. There's no way I could possibly lose this, right? Definitely not the one that was high.
Raise. 3,500.
All right, Dave with 2 pair.
all his suits are covered though for Steve's Ace King 6-8 double suited. Dave raised with just 2 pairs. Steve just called. I think I would like to see Steve go all in here with a hand like this, but at the same time, I guess you want to see a flop. Nothing wrong with that. Joaquin's not folding for anything. Actually, Joaquin repotted. Pretty strong hand.
Call 15.
Steve at this point, yeah, it's a tough call, Steve. This is kind of why I would.
I mean, it's your tournament life if you call and lose.
Actually, I wish I knew what the flop was going to be. That would be much more helpful.
That'd be nice.
Double suited, ace king. That's a tough laydown right there, especially when you're already in for 20% of your stack.
Of course, you might want to look away.
Yeah.
If it's all red.
Well, I mean, not even that, but just any ace king, because neither one of these guys have them.
Ah, okay, good.
Dave's got the 5 blockers, but it doesn't matter because Joaquin's never folding. Oh no, he's already all in. Maybe that's why.
10,500.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I didn't
with
see the all in. I thought he
never
had something
folding
else.
when he's all in. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
You need runner hearts. Oh, speak of the devil.
The devil's 3 6s.
Oh wow, it gets there.
Wow.
And Steve also would have got there with a
Steve's
higher
like,
flush.
dag nabbit.
Yeah. Look at Steve's
That was
face.
the nuts.
Yeah.
Runnered right on out the turn.
Yeah, but you'd have to fold on that flop.
Dave's running pretty good so far on our feature table.
You would, yeah, if he calls pre, he's
Even when he has the worst worst hand going in. Somehow finds a runner to get there, but that ain't the big game.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's a good raise.
Look at Steve.
You always seem to win a lot more at poker when you get it in bad. I mean, you don't really. It just seems that way.
Well, I mean, in Hold'em not so much, but in Omaha, just because there's so many options and there's so many backdoor draws. I mean, it's just you just see it so often in Omaha. Like when I'm playing private games, or if I'm playing,
You got the third in the room.
unnamed casinos. If I'm playing PLO, I rarely want to flop the nuts. I mean, I don't mind it obviously, but I would much rather flop the wrap or the
but turn and river, it's higher nuts.
for sure. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't mind flopping the nuts, but
Yeah, I don't play Omaha much, but when I do, if I like flop the nuts straight, I'm like, oh hell.
yeah, exactly.
Because here comes the board pairing, and the
It's
guy
hard
who
to go
flopped the
brick.
set,
It's hard to go
yeah.
brick, and you don't even know what you're going up against. If
Or
it's a
runner,
flush draw or someone has
clubs
a
and somebody
set,
hits
I
the
mean,
flush,
yeah.
So when I hit that straight, I'm like, oh, here we go.
And in cash games, everyone's sticking around anyways. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have at least 4 or 5 to the flop. So it's tough flopping the nuts. Tough out here in the streets.
3 play.
Flopping the nuts.
Check.
Steve with the mystery hand is all in.
I was just
Mandan
gonna say, that's
with
what
Nienta,
He's
as
all
they
in.
say in other countries.
11,000.
It's a different rock. I mean,
That's cool.
I don't know what he's going to the tank for here. I mean, that's literally the worst hand you could have right now. Actually, Dave's hand is. Oh no, Dave has a pair of 4s.
You queen?
Actually, I wouldn't mind to see a call out of Dave here. I mean, he had a pair. He had an easy out to 2 pair. Chances are your opponent just has 1 pair on a board like that. Which I think he did. I think I just saw 1 queen. See a call out of Dave there.
Drop. You have diamonds? Wow. It wasn't very good, but it was a drop. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was a hot stop.
Do they have fast pass things at the Epic?
Yep.
Something along those lines? You got to pay for them?
Oh.
Yeah, we're past those
Far
days,
out
huh?
the
We're past those days where you don't just sign up for the fast pass. You gotta pay for it. Is that per ride? And do you have a cap? No, I'm saying for the fast pass.
No, you buy it for the park that day. It's a couple $100. So.
But you get a fast pass on every
Yes.
ride? Oh, that's cool. Well, what happens if everybody pays a couple $100 for a fast pass? Then it's not that fast,
very
right?
Fast,
Yeah.
right. That's why I don't bother with
Was it? Oh, okay. So you didn't buy any of it? You didn't buy any fast passes? How long?
No, there's no passes
Right.
for Epic.
It's 45.
It's just single day
45.
tickets. And I asked about it, and they said don't ask for at least a year.
Don't ask for fast passes?
No, don't ask for annual passes.
That's what I said.
Oh no, I
There's no
understand that. No, I understand that. But with
That's
the fast pass, I mean, did you pony up for the fast pass for the days you went? No. How long did you have to wait for generally for the ride?
5,000.
Well, they only kept it at 20% capacity for the previous. So there
okay.
was people that bought
That's
it,
not
and they're
bad.
like, yeah, they really. I mean, there was nothing more than 30 minutes.
Okay.
or anything
Oh, that's
you
pretty good.
wanted.
That's pretty good.
Them guys were mad that they spent all that money, and I'm like,
Sure.
well, sorry about you.
Well, I mean, yeah, but some people don't care. Some people have that FU money, so they'll pay up. I mean, I'm assuming if only 20% capacity, they probably got right on, right, with those fast passes. So. Hey, man, time is money, I guess. How was the food?
The only downside for that place
It
is
was
I think
good.
they pay for basic,
It's theme
so I
park.
don't get to eat this.
Well, some
It's-
theme
it's-
park
No,
food
so
is
it's good, but it's like
One carry-on's not
triple
bad.
what you'll pay outside.
Sure.
Same.
Dis-
I tend to
Disney's
eat
got
a
some good food.
big breakfast before I go to a theme park if I do it, and then we go out to like a nice dinner after,
Smart.
and we don't.
Are
eat,
they under?
Like in the middle.
Smart.
I don't think they're around. There might be something else.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I used
Walking
to
around
fly
the
them,
theme
yes.
park all
Yep.
day. Big protein breakfast.
Yeah.
Lots of eggs. Gotta get that bacon.
For show, for show.
Do you ever do Ryanair?
I tell my wife,
You're
don't load up on bread.
Yeah.
I said, you need protein for the day.
Yeah?
Oh,
Wow, my phone's a pretty good hand there. 7-9 Queen Jack. I like it.
The
Raise.
easy,
I like
easy
it, Mikey.
to fly from Eugene, France
Neil
to
says
Amsterdam.
raise with
That
Queen
was
Jack 7-7.
$78 round trip.
oh.
Round trip?
Fucking great.
Wow.
All right, we
No
are.
complaints.
Three-handed.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into.
Just remember Mike's hand. 7-9 Queen Jack. All right, never mind. Don't remember it. Nothing to remember.
Check.
And what's going on?
5 5,000.
Apparently, she can barely hear us. Now, would that be the table talk? Or the, because the table talk, yeah, there's not much.
Yeah, you should be able to hear us pretty good.
We're
Are you having a problem hearing the table, Ann, or are you having a problem hearing us? Because we're loud.
I'm pretty loud. I'm actually in quiet mode right now. And I'm still pretty loud. Yeah. Well, a little bit.
Us. Yeah.
Nope, wrong button.
Oh, this is pretty sad.
I don't think this is it. This should be the table audio.
Yeah, you, well, no, what you just did, it did a little something.
This isn't us.
Gotta go with 55.
I mean, this should be us, but
55 is the best.
I don't know. I should bring that up.
That's always pretty personal.
55, right? They don't like to do those kind of things, but that's a great idea.
she's on YouTube.
We have a family friend's wedding.
All right, I guess Mike started putting his cards in the box because he's got kings. Rocco with fives. Oh. All right, so I guess Mike started putting his cards in the box because he's got kings. Mike flopping a flush draw there.
All in. 7,000.
There's sevens for Dave. All right, Mike contemplating calling there with the 7.
I'm probably behind.
Bet of 7K.
Kings, yeah. Oh, you got spades, too.
All right, so an all in, and we're going to see it. Kings. At 4 on the turn. Dave needs a 10 or a 7. Oh, and gets the 10. Mike is eliminated. Okay, whatever you're doing there, it's really working. Louder than me? I could definitely hear me on Terry's phone way over there with a headset on. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to tell you there, Miss Ann. So we're good on this end.
No, I beefed this up. We're good.
Okay. How about now, Ann? Do you have any recipes for us? Because Miss Ann usually has the recipes for us to try. All right, Terry, our sound engineer slash commentator, getting it done. And should be looking at consolidating here pretty soon, down to 18.
Pretty sure, like, should be during this hand.
Yep.
Yeah, we should not be dealing 5-handed when there's technically 13 players out at the other 2 tables. It's all right, we'll get there.
We'll do it.
Get to the chopper.
But for real, it shouldn't have been this hand because the empty seat, somebody could assume the big blind.
I hear Betty out there. Let's go, Betty. Bacon.
Well, is she playing or is she on the rail?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I'm
Right.
assuming she's playing, but I guess.
Yeah, she's usually playing, to be fair. She's not really on the rail much, but we can hear her, but sometimes. In like the bigger tournaments. She gets knocked out. Knocked out.
6,000.
What the happy flip is going on over there? Sounded like somebody was under attack. All right, Rocco's got a ton of outs, and that's not one of them. So 2 pair for Neil. He's got the check mark. He'll win win the pot as long as he doesn't fold. Homemade sauce and lasagna. Oh, that sounds amazing. Save me some. All right, we're just going to have a quick moment while looks like we got some new players. Update the graphics
You're at the final table.
before we move on. All right, we're going to start off with Brian. Marginal hand folding around to Steve. He's got some fives and some diamonds. Rocco with tens and an ace king. He'll see a flop. Neil with sevens and an ace king suited.
Raise to 5,000.
All right, so we got some hands out here. Eric's looking at threes. Excuse me, Neil raised to 5K.
Call.
Eric's going to see it. Well, if you're going to be in for 1,500, you might as well be in for 5, right?
They don't believe you.
He's supposed to shove and then we're heads up. You know.
And to the flop we go. King, king, queen.
6,000.
So a set of kings with an ace for Rocco and Neil. Diamond draw for Steve. Eric kind of drew the short end of that flop despite having two pair. But he'll let it go. Steve, let's go.
1,500.
That flush draw.
You got king, queen, you're good.
So it's the battle of the AKs. An all in and a call. Turn card, deuce of hearts, flush draw for Rocco, and a deuce on the river. So now it's time to run, go, get to the chopper. With the three kings with ace queen for both players.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. You got it.
Obey the crawl. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and X. All right, gonna start it off with Dave with a suited 6-9 and pair of eights. Decent hand. He'll make it 4K to go. Neil He'll play along, as will Brian with his 7s.
That would have been nice.
10, 10, 3. Really not much for anybody. So Dave's 8s still in the lead. Turn card an 8. Dun 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 dun. You're gonna need a bigger boat. So Dave with 8s full of 10s. He can't lose the hand unless he folds.
3,500.
Neil here trying to steal this for 3,500.
10,000.
And Dave says, I declare shenanigans, 10K to go. Neil's like, yeah, I was just kidding. You can have it.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to have this.
But I think he could have got a little more money out of him if he had flatted there. But as Terry mentioned earlier, once you think you have the nuts and you don't know what kind of draw everybody else is on with 4 hole cards, he might have been a little worried about getting sucked out. Mandan. We have 17 players remaining. Wait a minute, you're in the tournament. Why are you asking me that? But we are on a 30-minute delay, so from my perspective, 17. Okay, apparently my broadcast partner is back from his hunting trip. I just say that because of the hat. It's like he just came in from deer hunting or something.
They couldn't see me. Mandan in the chat and on the TV at the same time. That's wild. Unless this is another random Mandan.
There could be more than one Mandan.
That would be impressive. Mandan right now in real time, I could tell you, but then I wouldn't want to spoil it.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
I'm not a spoiler kind of guy. By the way, the dog dies in Turner and Hooch. Just saying. Sorry to spoil it, but it's true.
I'm going to kick you square in the head.
Sorry.
You ain't going to see it coming either.
The dog dying or the kick to the head?
Either. Or both.
We have 11 flush draws on this board. Chuck with a flush draw. Steve with a flush draw. Dave with a flush draw.
Next time you're ejected.
Steve has a pair with his flush draw, though.
Are you kidding me? The Puppy Channel has joined the chat. And listen to you. Talking that smack about it.
That's funny.
I will legit kick him on your behalf, Puppy Channel. Just say the word.
That is crazy. Puppy Channel, did you just hear my Turner and Hooch comment?
Yeah, well, don't repeat it.
Did somebody report me?
You didn't even get 4 seconds of Puppy Channel. It's already on you.
I didn't. That's wild.
And you better, just be thankful it's Puppy Channel and not, John Wick.
That's funny. So we got Neil with top pair and a gutter ball. We got Chuck with the nut flush draw. Steve hitting tree queens. I like his hand a little better now, especially with all those clubs out there.
Just a smidge.
I mean, how many clubs are left? Like 2 clubs left?
1.
Puppy Channel, how do you pronounce that? Is that Colo or Kulo or how do you pronounce that?
7, 10.
So it looks, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Neil got super unlucky with that turn. He's going to brick out the river. Not much you can do there.
Kicker problems.
Not much you can do. He had a double gutter and 3 queens. I mean, that's a monster. We won't be watching that movie.
No.
You are the Puppy Channel. You know. You know. Best dog movie of all time. Go, Puppy Channel. Best dog movie of all time.
Yeah, I got to think about it.
Oh, I thought you were doing a dog sound.
No. I mean, I did like Turner and Hooch.
I feel like I'm T-Rexing right now.
But I wouldn't call it the best dog ever.
I'm trying to get it to you.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Suck.
Yeah.
Dogs do play poker. That's true.
I did enjoy The Incredible Journey. Not that remake that they did
You mean
like
Homeward
20
Bound?
years ago.
Talking about the Homeward Bound?
No, that's the remake.
There was one before that?
In the late 60s.
Oh, my God. No thanks.
No, the original was actually better.
I mean, it
than
usually
homeward
is, but
bound. Go low.
no, I figured that.
Look at all these pocket pairs. 4s, 5s, 6s. Oh, my.
Tell us how you really feel. Hey, come on. Just let it out.
And there they go.
Neil's got an open ender and a flush draw, but the flush draw is no bueno. Steve has a better flush draw and top pair. Eric over here with a pair and a gutter ball.
Puppy Channel says he's a Colorado dog. I used to boo anything Colorado right when I heard it, but something about winning back-to-back Stanley Cups tells me I don't have to hate Colorado anymore.
I mean, you didn't have to hate it in the first place, but
No,
now
I really did.
Okay. Okay.
You're not a sports fan if you don't hate the team that beats you in the final.
That's fair.
Good luck.
Eric says, I guess I have to go all in with mid-pair and a gutter ball?
Side pot of 2,000.
I mean, he did only have 4K left. But if you only have 4K left, just do it pre-flop, right? I mean,
Excellent point. And
That helps
7.
nobody.
Yeah, it's
Nobody.
complete whiff.
Steve's still in the lead here with top pair and top flush draw. Neil with an open ender, but he is not going to like the paired board. 101 Dalmatians. Ooh, that's a good one. What was that Will Smith movie with the German Shepherd and the zombies?
Yeah.
I Am Legend, yeah. Maybe not the best dog movie ever, but I did like the dog in that movie.
All in.
Wouldn't call that a dog movie, but
I was a little disappointed in it.
Eh.
It's a remake.
I know.
The Charlton Heston flick called Omega Man.
I guess spades.
Wow, they got Steve to fold the queen with the top flush draw. Holy smokes! Eric, all of a sudden jumps from a 20% dog to a 70% favorite. It's wild. Wild. Wild, man. Wild.
Why are you saying it like that?
Wild. It's wild,
Why are
man.
you putting so much emphasis on the H?
Will Wheaton? Talking about Will Wheaton. Wow, looks like Eric's going to hold up there. Steve is realizing that he would have won
Steve's
a monster pot.
Then that may not have been prudent.
Yeah, seeing that board pair, and you only had a 10 kicker with your queen. You did have a flush draw, but it was only a 10 high flush draw. Oh, that's a coin flip for a fold or a call there. But
Wow, can I change my vote, Puppy Channel? Yeah, that's the best dog movie.
Milo and Otis,
Milo and Otis is fantastic.
it's pretty good.
Kind of really wasn't worth it.
Fox and the Hound, good one. What about the Life of Pets? It's
I haven't
funny.
seen that one.
It was funny, cute. We saw it with my daughter. It's funny.
I see them all over the theme parks whenever I go to Universal.
Truest.
It's one of their properties. So, but I've actually not seen the movie. Aces versus Aces. My money's on Aces.
My money's on whoever else plays.
On whoever else plays. Yeah, that's actually probably solid.
Wow, Mandan just calling. Wow, Chuck just calling too? I mean, Chuck's got a Padoogie. He's got every suit. Fox and the Hound was actually kind of traumatizing when I was a kid. It was just one of those. Nothing really happy or fun about it, I guess.
Wow, how does that flop miss everybody?
So apparently Steve with Jackson a gutter ball is in the
Yeah,
lead?
that's why I said that flop helped nobody.
But it's weird how he only has jacks, but he's got the aces beat. I mean, as far as percentages go, it's weird. Mandan with the slight percentage favor just because he has backdoor clubs, but he's going to fold it. Chuck's going to win. Chuck also had a gutter ball too, but as we saw, 2 of the 5s were gone. Anyway, aces hold up, I guess. Weird. The previews for this new Superman movie has the dog. It looks like a pretty good
Crypto.
side character, yeah.
Was the field pretty good, or you got like
I didn't have a lot of faith in it
people who know what they're doing?
from the first pictures that were released because they made Guy Gardner look like Uncle Fester with the toupee on. So when I first saw him, I said, "Dude, is that Uncle Fester from Addams Family Values? Looks just like him."
Listen, anything James Gunn does, I'm going to give a shot. I'm going to give it a
Yeah,
chance.
I mean, it could be cool. I mean, there's no Batman, but you know.
Not yet, but you know, eventually there will be.
Batman's pretty cool.
Pretty sure they'll do a Justice League
Batman.
type things, but I like the Lex Luthor choice though. Nicholas Holt.
Oh yeah,
I like that guy.
yeah, he's pretty cool.
7,000.
I like Dave's hand. Dave's got a big
ladies.
stack, and he's going to put it to use. He's going to go ahead and put in a pot-sized bet here, raise to 7K.
Yeah, start pushing people around.
Yeah.
There's some hands out here though.
Steve just calling with queens. Chuck's got pretty meager average ace-jack 5-6.
See, how do you snap fold hockey sticks like that? And I'm like, oh well, I mean, it is over. There's no game tomorrow. Panthers ended it a little early.
Chuck flush draw, Steve flush draw, Dave with top 2 and a queen kicker. Dave's going to put out a bet here. Dave was the pre-flop aggressor, so he could rep aces here. It's kind of hard from Chuck's point of view to see him having aces because he has one blocker. But Chuck has an ace and a flush draw, so something tells me he's going to at least call here.
Neil, are you all in? Not yet. I just was.
Steve with a very apprehensive call with the queens and the flush draw.
Oh.
Chuck says,
I got up to 40K.
I'm surprised Chuck
most
folded
chips
there.
I've had so
Chuck
far.
likes to play. So 10K into that pot. Oh, he ain't gonna like to see that turn.
Nope.
So it's not a terrible card for Dave. Actually gives Dave straight draw, flush draw, and the best hand currently. So
German short-haired pointers are the best, or the smartest dog breed. They're the best. They play the best poker.
we're gonna see a spade here for Dave to lose his hand. Spade or king. No bueno. Backdoor draws, and that's where the backdoor comes into play with so many options in PLO. Obviously, Dave flopped the best hand with aces, but then he wins with a flush that he didn't even really think about on that flop. So Dave's going to win another one. Haven't seen him misplay a hand so far at this feature table, and his chip stack shows.
Same better though. No spade yet. Queen for a win, spade.
Oh, you know, a good dog movie from back in the day was the Shaggy DA. Shaggy
You're
DA,
going
Shaggy
way
Dog.
back.
Yeah, I am. Those are good.
I was gonna say Dick Van Dyke was in that.
Yeah, those are pretty cheesy, but pretty good.
Puppy Channel is making me sad in the chat. My wife's deathly allergic. And I grew up with dogs. I haven't had a dog since college.
You haven't traded in the wife for a dog yet, huh?
No, not yet. But now she pays her dues. She's up visiting my mom. Took baby girl with her to go see mom, and they have a dog and 2 kitties. So I'm like, take plenty of Benadryl with you.
Wow. She's allergic to dogs and she's hanging out there for a couple days.
A week.
Wow. She's willing to brave the allergies just to get away from you, huh?
Okay, that was hurtful and unnecessary. I've also got about a foot and 80 pounds on you, and I've studied martial arts, so now I have to question your intelligence.
Chuck with a monster here. Dave with just aces, and again, those backdoors. Well, Chuck now has a stranglehold on this hand. Check, check for Chuck. Chuck, now's the time. Chuck, what are you doing? Oh, wow.
Slow playing. He's
gonna
going to suck about. Now 3x him. 3x him. 3x him right now.
No, you just snap call. No, he's still just snap call. There's no reason to raise here in case you're beat.
Yeah, there is.
Nah, 'cause what if you're beat? He played it perfectly. He got value out of a bet. If he bets
He's
there,
not losing with that.
yeah, but if he bets there, Dave probably folds.
I didn't put you on
Yeah.
the queen.
So I mean, I didn't like it when he checked it, but now I liked it when he checked it. I just didn't think Dave was going to bet there. But Dave thought he had the best hand with aces. He probably put Chuck on a flush draw. Didn't put him on a queen because Chuck checked the turn and he checked the river. I'm never putting him on a queen either. So
Puppy Channel says wife swap. I don't think we need to go that far, Puppy Channel.
Queen.
My aunt used to breed puppies. those little, I forget the name of the breed. It was those little hypoallergenic dogs, like in the toy class.
Like a Maltese or a
Yeah, something like that. Tiny, tiny dogs. And my wife's like, well, we could get one of these. I'm like, that's not. I grew up with Rottweilers and Great Danes. I'm like, that's not a dog.
Yeah, but you
Want a
still
dog.
love it. You still love a little baby pooch. I got a wiener dog, and that's my guy. That's my boy.
5,000. Call. Heads up.
All right, tens.
Check.
Flops key missing the play.
Dave picks up 2 pair.
Duper.
Chuck's got a weird looking straight draw.
8,000.
But I can tell you this. We had this Great Dane once. Massive. Like, even for a Great Dane. He was big for his breed.
Okay.
People mistook him for a horse.
Yeah.
And when he barked, it sounded like thunder from the skies. He sounded so vicious, like a demon dog. But he was the nicest, gentlest, 180-pound puppy
180
you ever met. He'd want to crawl up in your lap, you know, and think he was a lap dog. The cat used to beat him up. I was like, God forbid a burglar ever breaks in here. And we called him Kong. I said, he might scare the burglar away with his bark. But I'm like, he's not fighting anybody. He kind of wanted to play with the cat a little too much, and the cat like swiped him.
5,000.
And he like ran away yelping. And I'm like, you could swallow that cat whole. What are you doing? Don't let him treat you like that.
Wow. Got a couple of real ones here. Yeah, can't see Eric getting away from this one. Double suited kings.
17,000.
A lot of straight cards.
All right, Neil going for it with them aces. Eric thinking about it. I mean, double suited, king, pocket kings. It's a heck of a hand.
Don't look like they're cooperating. They're refusing to go in there.
All right, Eric's going to play. Brian, lots of hearts, lots of straight draws with that hand. He'll also give it a go.
I like Brian's hand against both these hands, to be honest with you.
Blind.
And if you don't hit, it's easy to fold. His hearts are good.
I got you covered.
Well, that's not the.
No, that's not the flop he's looking for, but
Nor is it the droids he's looking for.
no.
Eric. I
Neil
mean,
with
Eric's
a
never
set.
folding.
Eric's with a
Eric's not
nut,
got
now a
4K,
nut
but
flush draw.
Yeah, nut draw. Backdoor straight draw.
45,000.
4,500. Don't listen to him.
It's only 3K for Brian. I don't know, it's got to be more than that. If Neil's all in for 18, right? Oh, Neil's all in 3. Okay. That's different. Brian says, I need a backdoor flush or a 7, please, dealer.
I don't know. I think you got me dead, huh?
7 is not a spade.
Yeah, I was going to say this. That 7 would not be helpful.
Spare the board. Make it nice and easy.
There a heart in there one time?
Come to mama. Yeah.
No.
Ooh, a spade.
Nut flush for Eric. Neil's going to need the board to pair it, and it does not.
So Eric with a nut flush.
You done good, kid. You done good.
Eliminates Neil. And knocks Brian down to 7.
Yay.
Get the rebate.
Eric, very happy. Look at Eric.
He looks like a little kid at Christmas, don't he?
I've never seen that guy smile.
Like, I know.
I've
That's
never,
why I'm saying that.
Not
It's like,
once.
it's like that viral video. Like, have you ever seen the kid that got the Nintendo 64?
Uh-huh.
That's what he looks like.
yeah.
That's Nintendo 64. Oh my God! I won the pot.
do some work here.
2 chips in a
Got
chair.
some work to do.
Good luck, gents.
On the small, right?
Yeah. Call.
Good luck.
Getting all in.
You got the option. Good luck.
What is it? It's biggest.
His is the
85.
most.
This is a big hand.
So do I.
Watch him bench.
It's in there.
You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to tell Steve before he left. Like, why? He's dummy.
They're all in. So we're gonna match this up to 7, so it's 4,000.
You won.
5?
10 and low.
Hearts are live too, huh? Hearts are live. Oh my God, hearts are live. He's Jack 6-7. Hearts. 3 hearts in my hand. 3 hearts in my hand.
I was gonna say I wanted to look at that mystery.
6-7 hearts.
Quadrupled
Yeah.
up.
I have ace of diamonds, 6-7 hearts. 5 of hearts.
It has Brian.
You got,
Oh,
you
no.
got diamonds.
No, that is a 3 of diamonds.
It's a good try.
It is not a flop.
Brian has 8s and 9s at the moment, but that was a 3 deuces.
River.
Wow, what a range.
What in the heck?
That's a wow.
That's gross. Flopping top 2 and then some of those will run under deuce.
Button's good, button's good.
Now it's time for Bane.
El Stupido.
Bounty? No?
Refreshing break time, or is that a double elimination?
That was so bad.
You get slapped for that shit.
I believe
Double elimination.
when I-
Yeah, Brian.
and when I talked to Joey, he said there was 2 players knocked out on this one and 3 upstairs at the same time.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is carnage.
5 in 1 minute, basically.
Yeah, I didn't want any
I didn't
spoilers,
put
but I
it in
checked.
there. I win. I put it in there. I put my 2 chips in there. I win.
And 5 minutes later, I checked again. It's
Yeah.
a Bane.
Yeah.
I was
That's-
like,
that's-
whoa,
that is
what
what
the
happened.
what the heck happened there?
That is went down. That is legit
Not
carnage.
serious.
That's right.
Ace is
I lost to
serious.
the deuce.
But I didn't want to say anything.
I did announce this is so bad.
And that was about a half hour ago. I did
I
that.
don't think, if I called, I don't think you'd have called.
No,
Not
it's still
even- not even close.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Again, can you
Saying if we can get another one of those, we can,
Yeah, no.
we can wrap it up early.
yeah, as soon as I sold the house, I just.
We might be holding time for cartoons.
Any interest or
I
no?
think there's a new Rick and Morty coming. Or is it already out?
Yeah, they started, but I don't have cable, so I kind of gotta wait for it to come to HBO Max. That's gonna be a couple months. Dang it.
Sure, you can get it somewhere.
You made the right move.
Well, if I VPN it, I think I can get it on Hulu.
Just high card for these 5 here?
Yep.
But I'm on console for my streaming, so VPNing it's a little tougher than it is on PC. Easy as pie, obviously.
No, I'm not.
Easy as
I'm
pie.
like, no,
Me.
like, really.
Oh my.
That's really.
I like pie.
But that's what I get for being a filthy console peasant. I mean, we don't use our computer for much at the house. I use my
You're
PS.
loyal.
I-
You're a loyal
We
guy.
use the PS5 for pretty much everything except 3D movies, which we have because when it was a fad, we bought a bunch of Blu-rays that are 3D, but there's no 3D Blu-ray player in the 5 or the 4. It's the only reason I still keep my PS3.
Seriously.
I don't even play anything on it, but it's got the 3D Blu-ray player.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you need? You need the special glasses, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got those, and we don't use the same TV, the 3D TV that we had. We still have it. We don't use it, but it's in like the other.
They
room.
don't still make those, right? Like,
No, the
okay. 3D
3D TVs. No, like I said, it was.
Well, no, I
fad.
mean, like
it was everywhere for like 2 years.
I remember that.
And then they
yeah.
just stopped.
I guess everything just became such high definition. That
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's in like the guest room. So like, if we ever feel like it, we can just go in there, and the 3's hooked up to it. We just fire it up and put in a Blu-ray.
That's cool.
Watch the 3D.
What's the best 3D movie you got?
The best one that I think was most exclusive. I'm gonna say the Avengers. That first Avengers
cool.
movie. Yeah, we have the 3D Blu-ray for that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have like Avatar, right? So I'm sure that's.
No, I don't have Avatar. I didn't like Avatar.
Yeah, he was just.
I know. I'm in the minority. Everybody's like, Avatar's amazing. I'm like,
It's
I
not that
didn't
it's like
like
amazing,
it
but I'm
that
saying
much. I
it
like
was
it okay.
it was great in 3D. I remember watching that in IMAX 3D, and it was actually like just as far as the
Right.
experience goes,
I'm watching it, and they're like, it's such an innovative story. I'm like, no, dude, this is Pocahontas in space.
Yeah, no,
That's this story. That's
it
what
is,
this
for sure.
story is.
It is,
I'm
for
like, I expected this big, amazing, like, new kind of genre-defining story, and I'm like, dude, I've seen this
Yeah,
already.
but think about it. There's only so many stories you can come up with. Like most of the stories, you're never going to see anything new as far as actual like story and plot goes. But as far as like CGI and like visual,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like that's
that last hand
that was
that I
groundbreaking as
played
far as visual and
because it was
3D and
disgusting.
experience.
It really
Did you know that Matt Damon was asked to play the lead role, and
I know,
James
but
Cameron
it's the
offered him
whole
10%
reputation
of the
thing
take,
behind it.
and he turned it down? They made $2.8 billion. Matt Damon would have made $2 million.
Ford had 2 deuces, and that was it. A pair of jacks, the whole
You have to change this thing, Jim Cameron. Offer me a role. I'll never turn it down ever.
He had 2 pair already.
He already had 2 pair. Counterfeited him.
Wow. I got lucky. Did you do it for buying?
Okay.
Guys, we're gonna do it for buying. Hey, look,
He's so
congratulations on making final tables.
No,
We're gonna play the top 4.
I was betting for value. If I knew they would have bet me.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Leave it right there. Leave it
Thank you
right
for joining
there.
us.
Okay.
Dámelo.
Again, guys,
We are
playing
about
top
to
4.
begin
If you want to
final
discuss the
table
top,
action.
just do it in between hands. Buttons in C9.
Top 4 get paid today.
All right, I got the do-over my small ball. Huh?
Yeah.
5 of these gentlemen shall be forced to leave before we can start paying them money.
Get him out of here.
Charlie in the chip factory. Going to be our chip leader to start off. 171K. But it's 5K in orbit. Bruce, what are you doing here?
Bruce, Brian's not even here.
Jeff's not here. Brian's not here. Bruce is?
Well, I meant Brian.
What
Brian
kind
Gel-
of Twilight Zone did I step into?
Brian Gelrod. Him and Bruce always have a thing
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
where Brian says that Bruce doesn't know how to play, and Bruce says Brian doesn't know how to commentate. And they're both not wrong.
Nah, Bruce is cool.
Oh, Charlie wearing his old man Panama Jack hat. I like it.
I was going to say, did he just come in off the cruise ship or something? Back from vacation?
That's muscle. No muscle. There's the muscle. Muscle comes through. There we go.
All right, raise to 10. Perfect.
Like, I don't know what people wear on cruises. I've never been on one.
We're going on our cruise next month. We're going to flying into Seattle, going to Alaska. Pretty excited.
And people are like,
I hope you win this.
"You've never been on a cruise? It's unlimited drinks." I'm like, I can get that at home.
All right,
And I get seasick like crazy easy. I'm like, let's introduce alcohol into the equation.
Yeah,
This
but
sounds like a great idea.
yeah, but you don't get seasick on cruises normally, just because the motion is not the same. I mean, sometimes it is if you're in rough waters, but I mean, the stabilizers on those things are so good, you sometimes don't even realize that you're on a boat.
Well, I should say I haven't been on like a cruise. Before we had poker, I used to go on the Princess a lot. That's a boat.
15,000.
And yeah, you get. I used to watch people at the craps table. I'm like, this boat is shaking so much. Why would you ever want to play craps on this table?
Neil's all in with
That's what we're looking
gutter
for.
ball. Charlie's calling him with top pair. Charlie's a big favorite here.
Yes, Neil's going to 5 here.
Yeah, 5 or 5.
Right now, 5. I mean, he may get more, depending on what the turn is. He might pick
I'm
up
wondering why he has so much equity. I don't see how he has 35%. He has to go runner, or a 5. I don't understand how he's 35%.
Well, now he's not. Now it's a 5 and a 5 only. And nope.
Hey, look, everyone's
Neil, we hardly knew you.
Neil!
I shouldn't think like that.
I'm just saying in the future.
Probably just as we chew up Charlie's hats.
Made a straw.
You know, I was wondering why. I mean, because growing up, I was never really a hat guy, but we always had dogs. I'm like, is this why? Like, subconsciously? Like, I just don't remember. Like, the dogs would eat my hat, so I'm like, okay, no more hats. All right, it's Airborne leading off the way
What, you want to ever wear shades?
He did it to me.
with suited King Jack as well as an Ace 9. Solid starting hand.
Call 3.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Save me 10,000 last hand.
So you're saying it's good that you're filling in for Brian today? Because Bruce made final table? Is that what you meant by that?
No, they listen. They have this weird like Golden Girls thing going on where they're
okay.
always back and forth.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, Bruce will flick off the camera. You know, Brian will give him a little.
It's a
Bruce,
family show. It's not though.
It's great. It's great. I love it.
So 2 pair for Chuck. Straight for Charlie.
Oh, dog movie up.
Right.
Yeah, I
Up
can't do anything.
with
Well,
the
that's
balloons.
not really a dog.
Are you kidding me? Doug is that movie.
Well,
And there's
well, no,
dogs.
then it
There's
would be
talking
called-
dogs and their collars and the whole movie's a dog movie. What are you talking about?
Now
Definitely a
there's-
dog movie.
Now there's Dog Days, which is a series of shorts
No.
based on
You're,
Up.
you're
no,
back,
but I
no,
mean,
you're backtracking. You're back.
no. I'm going for that's after, it comes after Up. It's basically the old man and Doug living in a regular house, and it's called Dog Days.
Oh, you mean the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the show. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Okay, I'm like that's a dog show. I'll give you that one. But it's more about the bird and that crazy guy.
Nah, it's about Doug. Both these guys got themselves a straight, but Chuck's got the.
Telling us I'm not really?
They both fold?
Can't seem to
What?
Listen, it was an all in and a fold.
Yeah, but he folded the straight.
I can just tell you what I'm seeing, buddy. I don't
No,
pretend to know the
Listen,
the
fella,
psychology
I
behind
get it. I'm not asking for some type of something out of you. I'm just shocked that we folded it straight there.
We got to use our poker knowledge and analytical skills to tell the people.
Friend, listen. I'm just shocked that he folded it straight. And the board wasn't paired. The only thing that beats him is 5-6. He still has, the second nuts basically. So I'm just surprised he folded it. That's all. Not conducive to winning poker tournaments, but hey, what are you gonna do?
He was cautious, perhaps overly so, but.
Call 3. Option.
Pretty good flop for Rock. Get him, Rock. Flopping top 2. Airborne's got a pair and a flush draw. Charlie has, who knows? He doesn't want to put his cards in the box.
15,000.
Chuck's got a flush draw and a gutter ball. Everybody's got a little something. Except for Charlie. He's probably folding because everybody else has everything. Charlie might have a set of 6s. I don't know. What do you think about here? Rocco's going to fold top 2? Hello? That can't be right. Oh, Lady and the Tramp, good one.
Just say from having dogs all throughout my youth and early adult life, dogs might be the least romantic animal on this planet. So it's weird that you got romance out of that, but okay. I mean, I guess so. It's a movie, so.
So Airborne was all in for like 7K, and Chuck just folded there. It's kind of surprising. 7K into that pot and to take out a player. He had a flush draw and a straight draw. It's kind of that's a surprising fold. I think we got a call there. I think you're getting plenty good odds to call there.
I know. I got no chance. I can still tell you to go fuck yourself. But I probably do. I got no incentive to do well now, so.
There's a dog movie I wanted to see, but I didn't. It was when Will Ferrell and I think it was Kevin Hart.
My MO.
I think it was called
He did
Strays.
5 times last week.
And they did
and I
like
saved him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
the talking for the dogs.
So far, he's been.
I haven't had a really bad hand.
Of course, anything with
Yeah.
Will Ferrell in it is probably funny. Probably. I have to say probably. I heard he did a Sherlock Holmes movie however many years ago, and they said it was actually the worst movie of all time, which is, you know, hyperbole, but, you know, really saying something when John C. Reilly and
Yeah, I didn't
and
enjoy
Will
Step
Ferrell.
Brothers.
You're a
find it
liar.
overrated.
You
It
can't
had
lie to
its
me.
moments,
Buddy, you
but
can't lie to me,
no,
okay? You
I'm
can't
not.
troll me. You can't troll me. If you don't think that's funny, then I can't help you.
No, it was funny. It's just everybody says it's the funniest movie ever. I'm like, it's not
Again,
really.
that's all hyperbole to say something is the funniest movie ever out of
Right.
you know hundreds of thousands
Yeah, I
of movies.
mean, I
but
liked
it
it.
is a
Yeah.
it is an amazingly funny movie. It is, again, can't help you. Airborne with a straight draw and top pair. Chuck turns the world. He turns a set. He already had a flush draw.
Last week we had more.
Can't see him really going anywhere. Brett has a mystery hand because he doesn't like to put his hand in the
That
box.
was the point I was.
What's in the box? Not Brett's
That is
cards.
10.
I haven't even looked at my cards yet. So.
Charlie likes to waste a little bit of time with nothing here. Okay, there we go. Nice fold.
What can I say? I got spoiled.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I try not to. It's okay. If the action doesn't eat them, the blinds will. Speaking of blinds.
We got Kevin in the box. He likes to spit that hot fire when he deals. He's not a big fan of letting these tournaments drag on. He likes to knock folks out left and right. So, you know, be prepared for a relatively short final table here.
I miss Ashley, the Destroyer.
He's about as excited as Kevin gets at the table.
But she runs tournaments, so there's no more Ashley the Destroyer
True.
dealing on the stream.
Yep, she gone. Wow, Charlie with a monster. Charlie with the top stack of the table, and he runs into double-suited aces with ace-king. Hello?
Raise 10.
Eric with kings again. Let's see if he can crack aces again. Wow, Charlie just called 3K? What are we doing? Wow, and he just somehow gets Eric to put in the pot for him, and then he can just repot. Wow, this is insane. Yeah, Charlie just puts in the repot.
Raise.
30, 40, 43, and.
Bronco's definitely folding.
7.5, so.
And when I say definitely, I mean most likely.
Probably not.
See if Eric puts in a good read here. Because if he puts his opponent on exactly what he has, I mean, you can't call. Well, he does not put him on aces.
Shovity shove.
He does not put him on aces at all. Eric's not going to like what he sees because Charlie has one of the remaining 2 kings. So Eric's going to be dead to a straight or a flush here, it looks like.
Double suited
Half
kings.
suited. No, not double
No,
suited.
not double suited.
Half
No,
suited.
just
one way.
Oh, yeah,
What's a
I
club?
see. Yeah, I got you.
And he's got a king too.
Yeah, he's got a king.
Or straight.
Have you ever seen such framing?
I'm telling you, he's my GOAT PLO dealer. He always crushes the game. 6 could save the
Wait
day.
a
6 or a deuce. 6 or a deuce. No, or a heart. Wow, what a woo, what a turn. I mean, not a river, but it's a good turn. And Charlie's Sun Run continues up to 250,000.
Did you hit anything, Chuck? Did you hit anything?
I would have won. I
You
would
would've
have
won?
got 2 pair. I had double suited.
And then there was 7.
funny. I just looked down.
They're double suited and connected.
See ya.
All right, 3 to play.
Rocco with aces. Dave with queens. What's going on here? Action City.
Raise 10.
Dave's putting in the raise. I like it. Along with the queens, he has a bunch of straight possibilities. Rocco did the exact same thing Charlie did. He just called, and now he's going to repot, as he should.
30, 43,
Let's see if Dave picks up on it, because again,
47.5.
this is exactly what, literally exactly what happened last hand. Aces just smooth call early in position, and then waits for somebody else to pot, and then repots. So let's see if Dave is smart enough to. I think Dave actually, he's made some really good laydowns, and even though he has a good hand with the Jack 10 behind the queens, I think it might be too much for him to call here.
Let's say it's about a third of his stack.
Yeah. Good
He
fold.
says, you know
Good
what?
fold.
I think I'm beat.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad call. Like I wouldn't berate him for calling there. But I think just.
Well, I think if it wasn't a third of his stack, he may have. Like if he was
Sure.
like a little more in chips, or the bet was a little less, be like, all right, let's take a spin with this.
Sure.
With this hand.
Well, just the way that Rocco played it, I mean, he could even have just almost the same hand. He could have ace Jack 10, which just had. I mean, then he'd be dead to a queen. So I mean, it's just discretion is a better part of valor sometimes, and especially when the player under the gun limp repots. That's a monster every time. Now, if Dave had a hand like 6, 7, 8, 9, I might call there just because if you're putting your opponent on exactly aces, which is what that is 90% of the time, if you're putting him on aces, that's a hand that could easily crack aces. But when you have queen, queen, Jack 10, it's harder to crack the aces just because you're already on the Broadway spectrum. So
7.
kind of hard to call there. So I like the fold there. Good fold, Dave. On to the next one.
36.
Ooh,
Bruce.
with aces, and here he comes.
That's too much.
So the ghost of Brian here would say, what? Bruce? All in with aces?
The ghost of
Weird.
Dude, he's not dead. What? The ghost of Brian. I'm like, you know something I don't? I just saw Brian this morning. What happened?
Did you? Was he
Yeah.
here today?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Aces at the right time, double suited.
Even Chuck makes the fold with a pretty good ace king hand, but he's
So like Bruce has played like 2 hands.
one. This is the first
Okay,
hand.
I thought he played one other
Nope.
one. That might have been
This
in
is
the
one.
blinds.
This is the one.
So he's been there all that time, and then he just did that. First hand he's really playing, so you're like, you know what? He's probably got a monster over there.
That's what he was complaining about. Ace king suited with
Best to get out the way.
fair, yeah. Try to be nice and be like build a mentality, but maybe it's caught us loose. Yep. Yeah.
These kings and pairs are good.
That's what you think, right? But if you have ace king suited, like if someone else has the same flush draw,
Right.
you want them to have a king, you don't want to have both ace king.
Exactly.
Hold'em's different.
Right. Exactly. Gotta have somebody get something. Gotta have another draw.
Yeah.
Dry hands win. Actually, I would love
Yeah.
Option. 9, 12, 15.
Well, if you guys like to gamble, and we're assuming you do because you're watching a poker stream, our Bad Beat jackpot is up to $206,000. Come on down.
Come get a piece.
Quad tens is the worst hand you need to have. But if you lose the Bad Beat jackpot, you get 50% of 206,000. My math right there?
Oh yeah.
50% loser, 25% winner, and the rest of the table splits 25K.
That's a lot of tomahawks at the fabulous Paddock restaurant.
That's a lot of dimp. What's that from?
I don't know that one. From maybe I do.
Got him. Got him.
All right.
Thank you.
All the movie jokes I've made, I've gotten Terry like 50 times. He gets me once.
Wrong.
All right.
Wrong. You got me like 3 times, and they were probably terrible movies.
I've only stumped That Tall Josh once.
Is it?
With the movie jokes, yeah. No, he's
good.
You will get
Brian's good too. Brian's pretty good. Stephanie, not so much.
Ironically, I got him with an Army of Darkness reference. He's like, I haven't seen that one. I'm like, you've never seen Army of Darkness? Come on, man.
It's a classic, but I haven't. It's not one of those movies that I've rewatched many times. But it is.
It's great.
Bruce Campbell's a legend.
Yeah, the first 2 movies in that series, they're like, well, they're all right. But Army of Darkness was like way better.
You want to hear a cool little Bruce Campbell reference? He was in all of the original Tobey Maguire movies.
Yeah. He's in everything that Sam Raimi does. He always has a cameo.
But here's the thing. So he was a different character, a cameo in each one of those movies?
Yeah, he was like the theater guy, and he was the maitre d'.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you know why he was those characters?
He was the wrestler.
You know why he was those characters?
Why?
So supposedly for the 4th Spider-Man movie, he was supposed to be Mysterio, and all of those appearances was his like lead-in to Mysterio. Yeah. There was one of during the movie where he was the ticket taker. He said something about illusion. Yeah, see, you already know. There you go. Wow, you've seen that a lot, huh? Yeah. No, so that was the thing for him. So Airborne turns the straight. The only hand that can beat him is probably going to be Brett, but Brett folded, so Airborne's going to take this down. Easy game.
Next hand of blind spot.
Down to 7 players. We are paying out our top 4 today. First place is going to take home 2,000.
Puffy Channel says, who let the dogs out?
First place taking home 2019. Second place taking home 1,345. Third place is taking home 673. Fourth place is taking home 448 smacks.
I don't know who let the dogs out, but in the hockey world, it's all about the cats.
Raise 10.
I like how Rocco's playing aces here. He's not in early position. He's on the cutoff here, so you got to raise it on the cutoff. Can't wait for someone else to raise behind you. So he's getting a couple of calls here. These are good hands to call with.
Ooh.
Chuck with open-ended, Airborne with nothing.
That's a flop.
Rocco's got a pair of 7s, also aces and a backdoor flush draw. Yeah, Rocco's just gonna run with it. Let's see how far Chuck wants to go here. Chuck's got 90K in front of him. This is going to be about a quarter of his stack. He's going to go ahead and rip a turn.
Heads up.
No bink. Rocco turns the nut flush draw, and he is not going anywhere. Chuck's going to turn. Rock's going to rip it. Easy game. Chuck's shirt like he's got a bunch of good and plenty on there. I do like it though. Do they still sell those? Is that still a thing? Is that like a?
There was some in the break room the other day.
Was there really?
Yeah, somebody was like cleaning out their pantry, so there was like little snacks and there's a box of good and plenties.
Probably one of the nastiest. Is that like licorice?
It's licorice.
Yeah, there it is.
I like licorice. Well, it depends on what kind.
No licorice.
Red licorice is all right.
Swedish fish aren't licorice. I like Swedish fish.
Black licorice. Ugh. How does this even begin to qualify as candy?
Same thing with taffy. Taffy's nasty. You know what else is a travesty is Tootsie Pops. Like, who's going to sit there and put a Tootsie Pop inside of a lollipop? It's disgusting.
How many licks does it take?
What?
The world may never know.
Woohoo! 3. 3.
Call 4.
So with Charlie's stack right now, I don't think we should ever be limping into a pot.
No.
We are at the point
You need to
where
establish dominance.
yes. Put your foot on the
Say,
pedal.
if you wish
and
to
their
play,
throats.
it's forget what the blinds say. It's going to be at least 3 times that to see a flop. If I'm in the hand.
No, there's no reason to ever just call here when you just have the absolute stone cold chip lead.
And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Bet 6.
Now we're going to bet when the pot is relatively small. And you let your opponents in full free. And if he bets pot preflop, you think Chuck's coming in with 3, 6, 7, 8? I don't think so. But now Chuck can't fold it because he has a straight flush draw. Doesn't hit the straight flush, but he does hit a flush.
Be really cool to know what Charlie and Brett have.
If Charlie's continuing the bet here, he probably has a flush, but he's not
Bet
continuing
14.
the flush. Or I'm not continuing the bet.
They're beat.
I now see why he just called preflop. Deuce, deuce, 4, 9. Flops the set. Probably a good fold. Might have been able to rip a river if he wanted to with that chip stack. So he hit a full house, but even if he hits it, he doesn't even know if it's good just because he has a bottom set. So I mean, it would be the worst full house if he did pair the board. But full house is a full house.
All right, gonna start off with Charlie. Double suited, ace, queen,
Call
10,
4.
4. You'll see a flop. 4 spades in Rocco's hand. 3 spades in Dave's hand. Wow, any spades left in this deck?
Yes, six spades left.
Right on.
Now 5 spades. All spades, do it.
I was gonna say that'd be sick.
Charlie flopping the world. The world.
6.
He's even got a wrap. He has a wrap and the nuts. Is that possible, I guess? If you just already have the nuts, it's still a wrap. If any of those cards come, you hit a better straight.
Well, when they all fold, it doesn't matter if he has a wrap.
Good point. When you're right.
Morgan here. Say something funny, Rocco.
You're right.
I've been at it all day. I'm tired.
We all had to listen to Jeff up there, so we're all
Oh, yeah.
It just morbid out. It just morbid.
He's not train wreck no more. His name is Martin.
Mine.
Check.
10. 7 of clubs exposed. 7 of clubs exposed.
Okay, you coming in? Alright guys, next dealer's coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck to everyone.
Alright, guys, good luck. I mean, good luck, good luck to them.
Pop it down as Hot Dog Charlie. Hot Diggity Dog. Like the Negan version of that song better. Which I can't sing here.
Negan
From Walking Dead.
He does a song?
Well, no, they made a song about, you know, like one of those auto-tune things.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got a look at the groups like Hideout, he liked it, so he went, Hot Diggity Dog.
Yeah. And they did like a remix or something?
Yeah, they made a remix of it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I watched that entire series, and then I stopped halfway through season 10, and I didn't watch the final season, and I haven't watched any of the new spin-offs or anything.
You needed to stop about 4 seasons ago.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, like, the characters were all good. Obviously, there's only so much you can do with a zombie show, but...
Or they deviated too much from the source material.
Well, I mean, you have
the stories stopped making sense after a while. I mean, it's okay to deviate a little bit, but they went way off the track.
I mean, that happens with most.
Like half the characters that are alive should be dead, and vice versa.
Yeah, but that happens with adaptations. You have to for a lot of reasons, you know. Brett hits 3 7s on the turn.
3 7s.
Charlie still has a nut flush draw, but it's downgraded a lot by a paired board. Brett's going to go ahead and bet the best hand here. Charlie, even with that big stack's not even going to fox with a king high flush draw. Brett shows the obvious 7. You don't have to show it, buddy. They know. They know.
Said 5,000.
Who knows? That's one of my favorite movies as a kid. We would watch that like at least once a month, if not like a couple times a month.
Based on an old radio show. That's George Lucas got the idea for the Jedi Mind Trick. Got it from the Shadow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
His backswing is a lot.
Except you put a little hand wave in it. It's making it different. The Shadow would just look at you intently and say, "You're going to forget me." When the witness forgot they ever saw the Shadow, you know, and they're like, "What happened?" And bad guys just showed up, all tied up at the police station.
Call. Call for it. So, option. 5 plays.
Airborne flopping top 2.
Check. Check.
About it.
Check.
Looks like, and we're gonna check it, I guess.
4,000.
Unless we don't. Charlie betting into it.
Charlie has 1 pair of queens with the best kicker.
Oh.
Dave's gonna come along with
Something.
interesting.
Pair of 7s. Oh, no, a pair of 10s, excuse me.
Very interesting. It's a terrible card for everyone.
Check.
River card, a 6. So Airborne started with queens and 10s, ended that way, which you don't see much in Omaha. Flop a 2 pair and it lives all the way to the end.
Still trying to figure out what Dave called with. I'm wondering if that's a misread or if he just called with mid pair and a 7 kicker. For those of you watching right now, that's Airborne Ranger. He often is one of our chatters. If he's not in the tournament, he's usually in the chat.
He drops by, says hi if he's not playing.
Drops by and drops bomb. Boom.
Comes in and says, "I'm gonna be there. You'll see me on the stream." Coming in with that confidence, that swagger, and here he is.
Nice guy too. Real nice guy.
All right, and Airborne's going to lead it off. He's got 9s and some spades.
Don't tell anybody out loud, man.
I said.
I like Bruce's hand. I don't like that he just smooth called and didn't pot it. But hey, flops a wrap, no big deal. One of the many reasons I would have liked to see a bet there. No one's got a king. Well, Brett might have him, but he doesn't like to put his cards in the box.
We don't know.
He just doesn't like to put his cards in the box.
Might
Wow.
have though I really kind of know. Well, his cards are in the box now.
How many we got left in real time?
I looked about 5 minutes ago. There was 6 then. Yeah, still 6. How about meow?
Baseball's been so much fun since they
You're saying meow?
implemented the new pitching rule, 3 years ago. It's
Do I
just-
look
it's
like a
just
cat
such
to you,
fun,
boy?
know?
That was the movie where you missed my quote earlier. That's a lot of dimp.
Oh,
Yeah, I played
wow.
baseball. and
When they were
that's the best way
the
to
sodas,
come
when
up
Farva was getting the sodas and
Oh, okay.
Ramathorn looked at it, he didn't get a winner. He's like, that's a lot of dimp.
I didn't know if I was keen
So-
on the throw.
Dimpus burger, whatever it's called. Anyway, it's a pretty vague reference. I assumed
Yeah.
you would have known it, but you didn't. It's okay. I think it just lives in my brain rent free. That's a lot of dimp.
The Rockies are losing, the Red Sox are winning.
Call. Option. Check.
Rapunzel, the tower.
4 players. 4 players.
I remember that, right?
I'll check.
Check, check.
Check.
All right, Chuck got a flush
Check it.
draw,
Check.
straight flush draw. 5 on the turn.
8,000.
Got the 5. Airborne's king still leading, still betting. I was gonna say with that draw, I can't see Chuck folding for 8K. Yakko Diamonds.
Airborne hits the flush, the better
I
flush
better
than
flush,
Chuck.
yeah. Chuck, that's not the diamond he was looking for. Chuck needed the 4.
15,000.
Little did he know Rock had the 4. Oh, diamonds.
So Chuck's staring at the bed like, and wisely folds it. A lot of flushes out there better than his, and Airborne had one.
Call 4.
Pot.
16,000.
16-5, right?
16.
Oh, what is it?
Airborne with two ladies at the same time. Lucky guy, Brett with aces. And Chuck with two of their outs. And a flush draw.
Pot.
40,000.
Brett bets and Brett wins. Yeah, not a lot of cards to catch on that one. Only two outs.
Wait till you see that lay down when you get home tonight.
All right, the blinds have gone up. 2, 4, 4, 10K in orbit. So somebody better start making some moves soon, or we're gonna have a thinned out field here.
I have Queens double shot. Did you eat?
I have queens.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, it's good. That's a good lay down.
Queen, king, ace.
Bit of money.
I'll go back.
Raise 11,000.
All right, Dave makes it 11K to go. Chuck with pocket jacks, he's in. Airborne's gonna lay down the nines. Bruce, he's gonna lay down. I don't even care what he has. He's gonna lay it down.
48,000.
Like it wasn't aces and kings double suited. So.
Yeah, it's bottom of his range.
I kid. He's
So
gonna be
to,
mad-
to
he's-
Bruce's credit, last week he, I don't want to say he was like incredibly short stack, but he did have like roughly 20K in front of him. Three guys go all in, and then he looks down at, I think it was 6, 7, 8, 9 or something like that, double
Right.
suited. Flops comes spades. He doesn't have spades. He's all in, by the way. Flop comes 3 spades. He doesn't have any spades, so he just assumes he loses the hand. He goes runner, runner straight. Nobody else has a spade, and he ends up winning the hand. But he went all in with 9 high and gave Brian the finger to the camera.
That's pretty good.
Call 6.
You can't tell him what to do. That's a bad joke. My problem
Pull.
is I'm like,
I didn't know if it
Oh,
went up or not. I got confused.
I'm looking. I haven't looked yet.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's full
I heard the
blow.
boom.
I know.
I heard the
My
boost, but
problem
it
is I
didn't
get too
register.
serious
You
and
know?
people think I'm like legit.
All right, so we're gonna have 4 to the flop here. Two pair for Bruce,
All in.
and he's all in.
27.5 all in.
Thank you.
7s and 6s. Now, is he gonna get any callers? Not much for Airborne to call with. Brett's got a pair,
27.5.
and he's gonna go for it. So it's Bruce's 2 pair
Flop it.
against Brett, ace 10, 7, 3 double suited.
27.5.
Oh, ace.
What do you have? You just have a pair 7.
I'm surprised Bruce is all in with bottom 2 here, but
Yeah, technically ahead
dig it.
for the moment.
I kind of like Brett's hand though. He has a lot more outs to a straight and a better 2 pair, and there's the better 2 pair right off
Yep.
the bat. Bruce now has a straight draw and also overs to a better 2 pair and doesn't hit it.
Okay,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Jack 4.
Bruce,
Alrighty, it was fun as always.
heck of a flop, but 'twas not to be.
Crazy.
And then there were 6.
That button.
4 of them in the danger zone. Because a lot of chip passing going around, and blinds just keep going up. So eventually, somebody gonna run out of luck. Over 2 more to the money.
that's what they were talking about up there. They were talking about the paying up the 5th place.
The bubble.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Raised 12,000. Call 12.
Well, that's a pretty good flop for Chuck.
Queens for Chuck.
Brett's got a lot of chips too. He might be hard for him to get away from this. See if Chuck checks it back one more time.
Bet. We got 24,000.
Yeah, Chuck can't let it go one more time, even though there's not too many hands that can beat him.
Yeah, he's not gonna get any chips, but he wasn't gonna get any chips anyway.
I mean, he might if he checks it one more time and a blank comes out. He might get a call by Ace King, but it's kind of hard to check a boat against 2 other players in a short stack. Again, there's not too many cards that would come out that he doesn't like there. I mean, the king, maybe if someone has pocket kings, but any other card, and he still has the relative nuts. Airborne Ranger's got some Back to the Future sunglasses going on there.
He's going to hit me.
McFly, those boards don't work on water. You gotta have power.
Yeah, does anybody else feel ripped off that we didn't have hoverboards in 2015?
Yeah, I do actually, for sure.
Like,
I thought that was like
that movie lied to me.
I only did like live, but it was like I feel like that's something we could have done.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
And I saw them flying cards, especially with traffic being what it is down here. I'm like, a flying car? Hell yeah.
6. Option. 4 plays.
Wow.
Check.
3 6s for Airborne. What a devilish flop.
30,000.
Ended for Dave, but nobody calls that bet. Airborne's hand was the devil.
Call.
Call 6. Call. 18, 24, 30. 30,000.
Not really too many. In fact, I don't think anyone's really got a short stack. Like technically, I mean, Rocco's got about 80K. I think he's short stack about 80. Chuck's got. Can't really see how many red chips Chuck has, but yeah, I mean, everyone's definitely got playable stacks here. Got our multi-flight tournament coming up at the beginning of July. Come on down for that, guys. That's a $300 buy-in. It's going to be a 150K guarantee or 100K guarantee.
100.
100K guarantee.
I mean, we're gonna shatter.
No, we smash it every
Yeah.
time. Yeah, no, we're usually sitting up around.
Got like 200 last time.
Yeah. And everyone should be coming back from Vegas right around that time too. So.
Ain't the timing of that series. You know, let's go out there in the summertime, man. Let me go out there and play a big tournament in February, you know, or something. I'm sure a lot of players that play up north would agree. I mean, you really want to go to Vegas when it's like 107? 6 on the turn.
25,000.
No help. Dave bets and takes down the 5.
Airborne flopping top 2. Brett, we don't know. Chuck, we don't know. Put your cards in the box, guys. Come on, meow. Foaming in the mouth right now, Puppy Channel. You might have rabies.
16.
See what I did there?
16.
See what I did there? It's okay. Next. Overcard comes out, so that downgrades the Airborne to just mid 2 pair.
Check.
I'd like to know what that hand did for him, but
Suck an egg. Hello? It's not very nice. I don't understand. I made a really good dog joke. It's okay. I thought you'd appreciate it. Apparently I was wrong. Can't please everybody.
Both ends open and a flush. And a 6 pair me.
Excuse me.
Shit with a spade.
Dave is our short stack at the moment with, it says he's got 60K. He's probably got a little more than that, but it's okay. Oh, we love you too. Woof woof.
Oh.
My partner in crime over here just can't help himself. He's got to try and look into the future.
Alright, we got 3 players.
That's a pretty good flop for Charlie.
excellent.
Chuck with a flush draw, which does come through. Chuck now the overall favorite to win this hand. Charlie's going to need,
Not
doesn't
that.
matter, it's not that.
Fight for that, sure.
Nice flush.
I wonder if Charlie would have bet that flop if Chuck would have called with just an 8 high flush draw on a pair of 10s. My guess is probably not. The world may never know.
Good luck. Thank you.
366, 15K in orbit.
369. Damn near fine. Sock it to me. Sock it to me. One more time.
Where are your points? Wow. Where are your points?
What's your take on watching the deck downstairs? If someone asked you to watch the deck, you watch the deck?
One deck per down.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Just one wash per deck.
One wash per deck per down.
So that's after 2. Nope. You're done.
And is that a personal thing
That's
for you?
table thing. Well, I was told that, yeah, because you do want to be courteous a little bit, but you also want to keep the game open. So.
Right.
And I was told by management that's a good way to do it.
So what if someone sits down, they only play 1 or 2 hands, and then ask for a wash?
If I haven't washed that particular deck yet, that down, I wash it.
Okay. That's fair.
Still long.
And then when somebody else asks if they missed it, they'll be like, sorry, I
And
washed
I'm
that deck.
leaving next Wednesday.
You shall have to wait for the next dealer.
That's fair. That's a little more amicable than I am
Yeah.
sometimes.
Why? What do you tell them? Hell no? Like,
Kinda.
hell no, get out of here.
Kinda. So, you know,
Washing the deck does nothing.
I kind of sometimes pretend like I don't hear them. I just keep dealing. But obviously some people are a little more unfriendly about it, and if you're unfriendly about it, then I just don't even give you the time of day. If someone's like, watch the deck, no shot.
No, yeah.
No shot.
Yeah, but nobody says that.
Well, then you're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones.
Flop came, and I
They'll say, hey, can I get a wash? You know, they'll kind of casually ask. And usually it's yes, but if I've washed that deck already, I'll be like, sorry, no.
If you throw me $1, you're getting the deck washed, and I don't care how many times it's already been washed. You're getting it washed. It takes very little. Very easy. 3-ball corner pocket. Brett hits the bink on the turn.
36.
Charlie's got kings and a flush draw, but he's gonna fold it. Everyone's gonna fold it. Airborne's got a flush draw, queen high flush draw, but I'd be surprised if he called this. This is a really strong bet. Just because everybody checked it twice, Brett's betting. This is almost always a full house. Even if he just checked it on the flop, he could easily have king 10, and he just checked it just to try to get some. Wow, I'm very shocked with this call, but hey. There's a king. Doesn't really help anybody.
It makes Brett's boat a little better.
I mean, it's still the same boat, to be honest with you, because if someone did have a king, I mean, they already had the boat, so that doesn't really help. I still would have put in a value bet, to be honest with you, on the river.
Better river.
Like, he has all the blockers with the 3, so the chances of someone having king 3 are not that good. If somebody already had it, I mean, Airborne looked very, you know, disinterested, didn't even want to call the turn, so I would have put in a little value bet on the turn, or on the river. That probably is not getting called, but might.
King 3 would have been sick. See that too.
Okay. Those of you tuning in, we are 6-handed. We are playing down to a winner.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
We are paying out our top 4 players. We had a total of 39 entries today.
Yeah, he was saying that.
Well, the river,
Because I'm thinking he had a lot of draws.
I was already made.
Diamonds, hearts.
I was
Oh, because the board paired.
The tens, yeah.
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
There's not a lot. You'll see.
Nice hand.
It was 3 flush or something.
No, I queens and sixes. I mean, 10 comes, queen comes, 6 comes.
Oh, okay.
Hands double
You know,
suited.
prayer.
Check.
I'm probably going to check it, but I want to look because I forget what my cards are.
Yeah, I chose a pair was out there. The queens hit, 10 sixes hit, 10's another 10 hits.
And actually,
Chuck flopping a set.
Check.
Nobody else really with anything of note.
20.
Charlie did turn the nut flush draw. Chuck's just going to call here. There are a couple of straight draws out there, but Dave bet with 2 pair queens and 8s.
Heads up.
3 on the river is inconsequential. Wow. Wow, Chuck folds the set. Only 20K into that pot. I'm still pretty surprised about that. I mean, obviously it looks like if the guy bets on the turn, bets on the river, he probably has a straight there, but I don't know, man. 20K just to see. Kind of a misstep from Chuck there, I think. It is a lot easier to commentate
Come
when
on,
you see
bro.
cards there.
Supposed to an unofficial one?
Yeah.
6.
And then we can either start in 10 minutes or whenever you guys come back, either way.
Get rid of the blues, right?
12. Raise to 12.
I didn't do anything yet.
I see that.
I'm putting the 6 in.
So with the action change or nothing, how does that work? Does he still have to leave the 12?
We're going to stay with the 12, yep.
What happened?
You went out of turn.
No, yeah, he went.
Oh, okay. I went out of turn.
It's just interesting. Because the only thing that could change is if he raises, then he could take it back and just muck. Is that right?
I mean, the
Otherwise, he would
action
have to stand.
technically didn't change, so
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just curious.
Guys, when you're in the hand, just keep your cards on the table because sometimes they're not breathing.
Looks like we're going on a little break here.
You want to give me a rec?
Gonna color up the blues.
Check.
Chuck flops 3 7s. Charlie also flops 3 7s here.
I got blues.
45.
Brett's got a pair of jacks. Charlie's gonna go ahead and bet 3 7s. He does have the ace
All
kicker.
in.
Chuck's all in. Can't really see Charlie folding here. I mean, if he's got jacks full or 7 jack, I mean,
I have the 7. You have to have jacks full, right?
he says you have to have jacks full. No, you don't have to have jacks full.
I call.
Wow. Actually folds the 3 7s there. Oh, no, he calls. He calls, okay. I'm about to say, whew, that'd be a pretty big fold there. 4 helps no one. Chuck's gonna need, not that. Charlie hits the ace on the river for 7s full of aces.
You want to give me your blues? How many blues you have?
Chuck. So the action was Chuck checks, Charlie bets pot on the flop. They both flop 3 7s. Chuck, who I guess is also Charlie, but Chuck, Chuck goes all in, and he almost got Charlie to fold. Charlie puts him on Jack 7.
No,
Jack
just to make sure the button is correct.
He couldn't fold for 60, 70,000 more. So.
You got it,
And
yeah.
good thing he didn't, because he ended up having the best hand.
You just gotta get
So we're
it.
gonna do a little color up here.
I
We're
thought I
gonna
was calling
give you
dead.
a 15-minute break.
I would've put- I
We're gonna go
would've
ahead and
said
send you
give me a
guys on a tour through
That's the
our
second time that I've done that
Handemonium,
today,
which
though.
is our
Like,
best
had to
clips of
fold
the
the
month.
trip. Like, this
Come
would've
on
been the
back
time,
in
like, you know what?
2 minutes,
Nice kicker.
and we will finish up our
I'm calling
PLO
this
tournament.
time. I'm not out.
Sell here, gonna
6,005.
raise it up to 6,500 with the king 9.
He's been opening a bunch, Basel. He's been getting a bunch of really good cards. As you saw, he had the ace-king suited. Before that, he had a bunch of pocket pairs.
Maybe heads up to this flop. Deuce 3-5. Neither player connecting. King high of Basel still in the lead.
A diamond there. One diamond on the flop.
Check, check.
Uh-oh.
Another diamond.
The power of the back doors.
This is where I'd expect. I was going to say I would expect a bet from Paul there in a way. I went check, check on the flop. Now you pick up the.
Right.
But instead,
And imagine a call, at least.
What's the bet here? 8K into 17.
Raise. Nice.
26,000.
Wow.
Okay.
It's another way to play it.
It is. It's going to get through, too.
All in.
Oh, is it going to get through?
Wow.
Whoa. What did we just see there?
Wait a sec, man. Is that even possible? What?
Small blind, big blind.
Wow.
It's a hell of a play. He had king 9 there. Mr. Blind versus Blind here. We're going to see Mike limping in with the king 5 of clubs, and Georgia will happily check the 7 deuce.
Yeah. Oh, she flops gold. Wow. And now Mike's going to lead into her.
And even better, Mike's going to lead in. He does have a flush
Oh,
draw
that's
here.
true.
So this
That
is
is
an
true.
action flop.
Yeah, it could be. She just says, "Okay, I got," and then she
yeah,
whispered in his ear, "I got a deuce." She
her
leaned
coming
in.
over the top.
Oh no! 7 deuce for the boat. This is one of the hands. What hand were you on?
Wow.
This is crazy. I don't know. What number is this hand?
Which shows up in a little bit. All right, we got 10,000 bet here. Georgia's standing up just to make sure she
Yeah,
sees
she's
what.
like, that is what I'm looking at. That's
Yeah.
a 7. No, I know, but it shows in the beginning of the hand. She doesn't raise. Lets him. You know what? Let the player dunk off of the rest of his chips.
And look at this small betting by Mike here, too.
Right. All right, she's like, enough is enough. Yeah, he calls. Now, how can you not fall through there? Oh, man, 7 deuce. He's like, what in the world? I got limited.
That progressed a lot slower, too, than I thought it would. It like kept betting like 5,000, 10,000.
Small blind versus
But
big blind.
eventually it gets all in as we imagined it would there with full house against second nut flush.
And he's still stunned about it. He's like, what? That's a revolving chair for sure.
Yep. That's Thomas first here. He's well, Thomas is first. He'll fold. Now we're to Israel.
Right.
Well, look at what Diana's got behind him. Kings for Diana.
King, yes. Let's get max value here. She looks at the clock what the blinds are at. We're at 3-5. I want to get value, 15K. Oh, never mind. All in. No value at all.
Yeah, she's still, blinds at 3-5-5.
Oh, my God. New
Whoa.
player sits down to aces. He says, I guess I call. Cooler City. What?
Wow.
Is that even legal? Oh, man. Brutality right there.
What a table change for David right now. Still going to have to hold up here, but great shape.
6 tray 7 flop, it sure is.
Spades, though.
Oh, spade for king
Diana.
spade. Oh, brick on the
7 of hearts.
Good
So
game,
David going
Diana.
to knock out Diana there.
You know, sometimes in a tournament, you wait all day for kings.
Yeah, that's what they call the definition of a cooler there. Aces against kings.
Yeah.
Not much you can do.
No, nothing you can do there. I mean, even if they saw the flop, it gets in the same way. You know?
Oh, 100%.
So
it's all right. We're gonna get there together.
I don't know if I'll ever get there, Terry.
I would say starting stacks average stack
60?
right now is probably 60. Yeah, give or take. We could go
Hey,
up.
if you
We
go
could go up and look at the
half the
screen,
field.
but you know.
No,
I was going to
we're
say
not-
the screen's there, but that's
No. We're
it's
not
not
doing
really
that.
accurate.
It's too far.
That's
It's too far.
30
not
minutes
doing
into
that.
the future.
Am I going to limp 9-8 suited? Adam right behind him with a pocket pair.
I'm not sure. I think that's a little too early position, especially with Mike's stack size to
I
be
would like-
calling with
I like-
8-9 suited.
Listen, man, at this stage of the game, I like the raise or fold method.
Yeah,
If it's-
100%.
If you want to play it, just make a little raise, and if you don't want to raise with the hand, then just fold. Unless, of course, Mike is balancing in some monsters.
Airborne
which I kinda
Ranger.
don't know if he is.
Oh wow.
Airboard Ranger says
Speaking
we're
of
in better shape
monsters.
today. 34 left at the second break yesterday. You don't have to tell me. I was there.
Incoming 3-bet from Ryan. Or not.
Hello?
Very sneaky flat here from Queens on the big blind.
Wow,
This
he
might
got
actually
lucky
work out
with
for
that
him.
flop.
Yeah.
Nothing on the flop. Great news for
and
Ryan.
Oh,
and a
wow,
check.
look
He
at
was
the check.
Full trap mode from
That
Ryan
is
here. Yeah.
That is an impressive trap.
Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy.
So, if you're trapping pre and you're trapping on the flop, do you check raise here or
100%. Yes,
I mean,
this is
yeah,
the time.
I think
Yeah.
this is the
This
perfect time.
If he's got aces or kings,
for
it
the
is
check
what it
raise.
is. But this is the one.
There's no way you can. Yeah.
Oh, he's going big.
I mean, there's
I feel like just all in. Why even put in like 35? Just get it in.
when you have like 40 or 50. Yeah.
Raise.
Or you could do. I mean, I guess you could do like a small raise to like 25, which is still half your stack.
Yeah, but then you're gonna let in all the flush draws in for a cheap price. I mean, this has got to send in
Here's an
alarm
all-in.
bells for
Finish him.
We're gonna have a snap call,
Oh, now you realize he got you?
and Ryan is gonna be huge favorite here.
Gino says, "Oh, now you realize you got me," but in fact, he does not. Gino, you can't always be right, buddy.
Yeah, Gino's always right sometimes.
Deuce on the turn.
And a very trappy play from Queens pays off for Ryan. Max value on a 7-high board. Queens versus 10s.
I mean, it's a good trap.
Keep it on. Note it, but maybe it's not. Note it, but maybe it's not going to be in the top 5. Maybe. It's a pretty. It's an interesting play from Ryan here. Very trappy and very well disguised monster Queens on a 7-high board. It
couldn't
really
have worked
out
out
for
any
him.
better with that flop. I mean,
Correct.
7 deuce 4. I mean,
7-4 deuce.
You know,
10s never folding. I mean, there's a lot of flush draws and maybe a top pair A7s that maybe Ryan could be check raising with.
All right, and we're back.
It's just like rough.
A little bit of a color up, get things more situated, and we are back to live action. We do hope you enjoyed Handemonium, our new feature here.
Was he the big blind?
No, dead small.
Dead small. Oh, okay.
For break time, kind of fill up the time.
I'll keep it friendly.
16.
488 the level.
That wasn't friendly.
48.
Dave's gonna call action to airborne.
You know what? Can't argue with you on that. That is true.
I apologize. He races 16K and airborne.
Win more, lose more.
Throws out a big raise with his pocket kings and takes down the pot. 5 players remaining. We are paying 4.
And I would have checked you.
You're better off doing that, so I know your strength. Then I hit 2 pair and you hit a set. And, yeah, he's good.
You put 28, so he's good. 25's the bet.
I'd love to tell you all about that hand, but both mystery hands. Well, don't I feel silly? Welcome back, everybody. We hope you enjoyed Handemonium. I'm going to chalk that one up to technical difficulties. But we are back at our final table, 5-handed action, paying off the top 4 spots.
Pacers game?
Basketball? Yeah. There's a lot of people sitting out, though.
See, Halliburton might not play.
Yeah, Halliburton and somebody else.
They're done anyway.
But then there's
All right, Rocco double suited. Dave's right behind him with aces.
Here's the big blinds there. I have the ante. He just didn't put his blind out.
I got you.
Oh, that's why I told you.
You got it. Bet is 20.
I'm at 8. I'm 8.
Bet is 20.
Airborne double suited. But he's not going to play that.
Three players.
Check.
Yeah.
Testing. 35.
35,000 is a bet.
Four on the turn. Rebel Poker jumping into the chat. Where you been, Rebel?
Check.
Oh wait, that was the one that hasn't been on the stream this week. Where have I been? Dave, Rivers, and Ace. But Brett's, we do not know his hand.
Is that aces?
Well, obviously not as good as Aces, because he mucks the instant he sees Dave's aces.
Check. Nice hand, sir.
Thanks.
That was my big blind, so I'm
Yep.
small.
You can slide that down for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
My broadcast partner, Terry, quite lethargic the last few hands. We're going to see about getting him some caffeine, though. Don't worry about it.
Are you implying that because I wasn't speaking that I was here? Is that your implication? What up, Reb?
That tall Josh is always watching and trying to keep getting you in trouble.
8.
You know, Rocco, the Billie Eilish song from the Barbie movie or whatever? Yeah. Can you whistle that? That's in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I gotta get the tune in my head.
Okay. Because it's like you're starting with it, but then it's like...
Option.
Oh, wow, Charlie's up to...
I was going to say, we've got some action this round.
Well, what happened with Charlie? Did he... Oh, that's right. He doubled up right before the break,
Yeah.
didn't he? That's right.
He eliminated Chuck.
Charlie flopping... listen, the run good is real. You know, I mean, it's just...
Hey, sometimes it's just your day, you know?
Yeah. Wow, Charlie checked. He's going to let Airborne bet this with just aces and a 9 kicker.
Here comes Airborne.
Beat it 5.
What? I might have to call shenanigans on Carter.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You guys will see later on. I had a 5 on that one.
Wow. Kicker problems?
Dead. I was dead.
Charlie had a 5. Ordered it because it's Omaha, I guess.
I think you're all
To the
right
5. To the
trust
5
your own
maybe.
judgment.
To the 5 maybe. Right? Oh.
Got you this one.
No, man. It's anybody's game. You just won 2 in a row or something before that last one. Or
Rebel says, I went on a 26-hour gambling binge from 7 p.m. Tuesday to about 8 p.m. last night. That's nuts. Oh.
Rev, you're the man, Ranger. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Cool. That's a hell of a session. I mean,
told you, man. Nice guy.
7 hours.
Oh, the session? Yeah, yeah.
7
Yeah,
hours is about my limit. Be like, I need a dinner break or something. Definitely can't go 26 hours.
Oh, not anymore, but he's a youngin'.
I couldn't go 26 hours back then.
Yeah, you could. I went on a couple of gambling binges in my day.
I went on a 22-hour triple shift at a job I had back in the day.
That doesn't count.
20 and didn't know any better.
That doesn't count.
The overtime that week was massive. But playing cards and gambling, yeah, that's about a little more than 6 has been my personal best.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Big one?
Child's play.
Sorry. Come on.
What kind of degen are you?
By so fast. 5 people.
Oh, yeah, only 5. It's a lot different with 9.
Well, I'm from another generation. You got to remember that.
Yeah, from the same generation, and we would, you know.
Damn it. Gravity.
Rocco got a pretty good hand here. He's short stacked, though.
24 and 4. Yeah.
Because we didn't have poker for a long time.
28 to the boat.
We just had the casino boat, and you only got 4 hours when you were out there in international waters. So it didn't matter if you were up, you were down. When they came back to port, sorry, you're done.
True.
And then I played here for a few years before I started working here, and I'm like, and it was only 12. We could only be open 12 hours back then. So
All in.
we couldn't really get that kind of 26 grindy sesh going back then.
I remember those 2-5 sessions.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, I didn't grow up in Vegas where you can just go on down to Fremont Street or the Strip and just whenever you wanted and just
well, we
go
had
on a
those.
tear.
We had those quarter games here for a while. Remember the yellow chips, quarter chips, $10 max pots. I remember when we switched to dollar chips. It was like the greatest thing ever. And then we went to no limit. It was like, this is heaven.
Yeah, Annie 5. Anybody remember that?
Oh yeah. When were you born? 70?
76.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even though I've been playing, I've been doing blackjack and sports betting, and I've been doing all that. I didn't actually get to Vegas until I was in my late 20s, the first time I went.
All in 12.
All my friends had gone. They're all like, no, you got to go to Vegas, bro. That's where it's at. I'm like, I can't just up and move to Vegas. Are you nuts?
Good luck.
Thanks.
I was going to say that.
You hear that buzzing?
Yeah. When you futz with that one. Not that one. That one.
Well, this is the, yeah, but now I can't hear you.
Okay. So it's got something to do with that. Know what I mean?
No, it's not necessarily that. This is just the overall headset.
Well, we got it all in here. We got to get back to the table, man.
Pair times.
So Rocco turns the boat.
All 3 hands.
Probably not.
6 is full.
Nice.
Shit the baby.
Chip in a chair.
He's going to triple up there.
Running out of these things.
So the short stack triples up. Can't get rid of him quite yet.
Got 1 million chips left, man.
Annie.
That's tragic.
That's twice in a row. He's really trying.
Kevin's shot. I'm not gonna let it go.
Let one go, but the second.
Yo, your son's up there saying, hurry up.
I know it.
You don't need to write that hand down.
Yes, I do.
You really don't. There's nothing exciting about it. He had 6s full. Trust me, you don't need to write that down.
Check.
Okay. No, you don't.
Check.
Buddy, it doesn't matter. You don't have to write it down just because it's something to write down. You only want to have something on there if it's worth writing down. It's not something. That's what I'm saying. That's great, but I'm just saying, I'm going to scratch that out later just because if he goes over and writes that on there, and nobody wants to watch that on a hand, you know what I'm saying? It's just nothing handemonium about that.
All right, dealer change.
And yes, I know, they chopped it. We're chopping this. Huh?
So.
No, he tipped them out there.
Another Super Troopers reference?
I missed it. What'd you say?
Another Super Troopers reference?
Yeah, but what'd you say?
No, when you did that, I'm like, why don't you guys split it? At the very end, when they became cops. Some party boys thought they weren't cops anymore.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, they take off the disguises and they're actually cops instead of troopers. They're like, okay, here's the fun part.
That's.
Why don't you guys just split it?
I would say send good vibes.
Funny because I didn't remember that. Like you didn't remember the dimp.
Right.
It's funny the things
There's
that
so
stick.
much
You know.
great
Yeah. That's
about
true.
that movie, and sometimes you forget something. There's a lot to take in.
Push it out there.
He's the best.
Oh, biker! I'm an idiot. Remember that?
Not everything up there is great.
Order a drink.
Most
Can I turn that fan on for see if it's
go for it.
Little circulation?
Double up Rocco.
I've seen a few. It's pretty good.
It's hit or miss in the first season, but it definitely got better as it went. And it's almost all hits.
32.
I also enjoyed
Beer Fest was probably the second behind Super Troopers. Club Dread wasn't terrible. It was, funny parts in it. It wasn't terrible. It was both. It was the slasher / comedy.
I'm actually not
yes.
dying hot though. I'm just.
I watched it. I'm like, hey, you guys okay? You made this? Was that like your sick day?
Blow my way.
We got 2 pair for Rock. Now 3 aces for Charlie. That'll do it, I think.
10 or a 9 for Rocco. Ooh, wait a second.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to, it's a little better, I guess.
He's drawing slim though.
Yes, a little bit.
He was drawing slim.
Yeah. I guess that subliminal message was
Just
good.
hold him and draw him dead. Not in this game.
That was all skill.
All right.
Okay,
so
Ronnie, thanks for the input.
I said I'm doubling him up. No, I'm not doubling him up anymore.
Is that fan okay?
You know what, Ronnie? We are too. Good on you, buddy. But no, it's all in good fun. But yeah, the suckouts are they're real.
Was that a suck out? Because he flopped the best hand.
Well, yeah, but
it was
then,
back and forth.
Then he got turned. Yeah, it was back and forth, but he got turned. But
Worst hand
once you're
pre-flop
behind on the turn and you suck out, yeah, that's a suck out.
Okay.
I'd say that is.
Suck out, re-suck out, re-suck out.
Right. You may not like that I wrote the other one. That one's staying.
I'll give it to you.
Airborne with 2 ladies at the same time.
Hey-oh.
Probably the only scenario where you don't want 3 or 4, if you've got 2, is Omaha.
I see what you did there.
I'm like, 3? Oh, man, I wish it was only 2.
Check. Hot 40. 40,000.
Cubs are good this year? Jeez. It's a weird year for baseball.
It's still what, middle of the season, right? Almost?
Yeah. This is
I don't
like,
know what
it's
the,
when they're starting to
the
wear
Mets
out.
fell down.
We're not even halfway through yet.
They're starting to get tired. Bone bruises in their hands are starting to kick in a little bit.
Brutal. We got swept. They're going to get swept by the Braves now.
Yankees are almost 6 in a row.
Yeah, the Yankees they got their ass kicked by the Red Sox a couple times.
Rebel with the shock face emoji.
I just needed them so many times in a parlay. Like
Raise it up.
I mean,
24,000.
Get him, Reb.
now I'm betting on the Red Sox.
Get him, Reb.
I
Sick
think-
him.
No, I think that was a joke. Come on. I thought that was a little tongue in cheek. That's the way I took it anyway. You know, because
He hasn't said
did
anything. He didn't say anything the whole stream. That's the first thing he said.
Yeah, but with the suck out on the river though, so he's probably like he's been there, like he's gotten.
Yeah, because it
like
doesn't.
he was way ahead.
Because it doesn't happen in every single
Well,
poker room in
yeah,
the entire world.
It does.
I don't want to. I never want to hear that shit.
But it happens here more often, at least. 'cause
No,
the players are
it
always,
doesn't. That's the whole
especially-
thing. It doesn't.
Right, but
it happens in every tournament, in every poker room, in every cash game, in the entire world.
No, I'm just telling you what I've heard from players. It happens here more than anywhere else in the world.
Oh, I got you.
And it happens more when I'm dealing than any other dealer
Gotcha.
that's ever walked the face of the earth.
That might be true.
They're all like, man, I could flop the nuts and somehow you'll you'll river me.
I love those people. I love those guys. Wow, Dave, just
if Jeff was still
look,
here,
I want you to see what happened here. Rocco bet pot pre-flop, which he should with that hand. Dave called with a very defendable hand, and on this flop, Dave put it in. He has queen high with no real draws, all backdoor draws, because he knows that this flop probably doesn't hit Rocco. Now Rocco's thinking, hey, I got backdoor outs. I got 2 backdoor flush draw outs, and I got a straight draw out, plus I got overs. This is a great play by Dave. He's banking on the fact that Rocco doesn't have an overpair. Because if he had an overpair, I think you have to call on this board. It's a great bet. This is a great bet by Dave. He might get it through. Wow. You gotta give the man props on
fantastic.
On just kind of realizing where you're at and knowing your opponent probably didn't hit that board. And just hoping he doesn't have like kings or queens.
Bluff of the day.
You know? That you can write down.
Yeah, that's what
that you can write down.
That's what I'm going to describe it as. Just bluff of the day.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Wow, that's a really impressive play by Dave. I'm actually quite impressed. And really, I mean, like we said, like you just have to like really hope and pray your opponent doesn't have an overpair. Because I think he's calling any overpair over a 7 on a monochrome board. I think we're just snapping. You're our guy, Reb. Reb, you're our guy, man. You can do no wrong in our eyes.
Exactly. I had a guy legit yell at me after apparently I 2-outed him on the river. Looks me dead in the eye and he's angry. He's all like, "This always happens to me. And I'm never coming back to this place again because this always happens." So I look him dead in the eye and I'm like, "So, see you tomorrow?"
See you next week.
And he kind of huffed at me and like, "Yeah, probably." And sure enough, the next day, right there playing 1-2, right where I left him, or where he left, after he felt it, right back there, going again. Rocco with the ducks. Steffi Mo loves that hand. This is why I always make fun of it.
It has less meaning and less value in Omaha, but if I look at it now and I'm like, ew. But if I look at it and hold 'em, I'm like, eh.
No, I'm still ew.
Okay.
It's like, give me 7 deuce, dealer. Because Steffi Mo was like, oh, you'd want it if you were big blind, because it's a playable hand. And I'll be all like, I can fold the 7 deuce.
Right.
That's why I get mad at the dealer. I'm like, dag nabbit. I'm going to get suckered into this spot.
Brett also with his cards not in the box. We're going to have a private lesson with Brett on how to put his cards in the square. In the squaw.
It's very complex.
The cards don't fit in the box. What's in the box? Hey, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe.
Obey the crawl. Because it says to like, follow, and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so you can know instantly, if not sooner, when we go live. Well, we don't really have the puppies at the Kennel Club anymore. We used to have Camp Rusty, and that was kind of fun. Dave with 3 threes in his hand. No bueno.
Thoughts, huh? Option.
You guys gonna make me look? That's not nice. Alright.
Check. Replay.
King, King, Jack. Pair of jacks for Charlie. Another king. 3 kings.
And no one's got a pair in their hand, so Ace Jack is actually the best hand. Pretty sure it's just going to stay the best hand. Yeah, you can't lose. Actually,
I mean, if you don't have any
straight,
of that.
Brett can hit a queen for a straight.
Right.
So
it's tough to call in that spot. Updated chip counts. 2 players deeply rooted in the danger zone. Charlie, not quite as dominating a lead as he had earlier, but it's still pretty up there.
Still pretty dominating.
Well, he had 45% of the chips last time we saw the graphic, so with more players. So that's
to the danger zone.
Cards chipped. How about that?
I never saw that the remake.
Floor.
right, the sequel. It was
What-
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
sequel.
Maverick.
Oh, I heard it was
Top Gun
fantastic.
Maverick.
Yeah,
it was really good. I was surprised. I thought it would just be okay, but it was actually pretty good.
I'm not like the biggest Tom Cruise fan, but he does a lot of really good like quality work. You know, like he just. Wow, Dave just snaps.
Just
Dave says, "I have all of the money. I'm never folding. I have. Look at all these cards I have.
Never folding. I have all.
Well,
of
look at
the
that
money.
hand. That hand's really mediocre, but I mean,
Well, against Rocco's hand, it's not too bad.
no, it's still pretty bad. They're sharing a queen and a 5. It's still pretty bad.
You're saying it's just.
But
south
watch,
of a
he's
coin
gonna win.
flip.
What? Look, top 2. Bink. Rocco does have the flush draw, but he has 3 clubs in his hand, making it less likely to come through. Still good. Queens and 9s are still good. And queens and 9s.
They are queens and 9s. Rocco bubbled. Oh, everybody says that to be the first one out is the worst fate in poker.
Good game. Good game, everyone.
Or to be out
You
early
played
in
a
the
good
tournament.
game,
but the
Rock. You
Bubble,
played a good game.
Bubble is easily the worst.
I do believe I heard they made a cool little deal, so Rock's not walking away with nothing. But we are down to our final 4, where they will battle it out for fame, glory, and money.
I'm small, he's
But mainly just money.
Right. Final 4. Yay. My tiny little commuter school made it to the Final 4 once.
Oh, yeah.
We're never, ever going back.
What school is that?
FAU.
Oh,
A couple years ago.
I remember.
My wife's like, you're going to go all the way to Houston to watch a college basketball game. I said, we're not Duke. We're not North Carolina. We're not Gonzaga. We're not UCLA.
This isn't happening again.
We're
till
never, ever going
They
back.
might,
so,
but I mean,
no, we're not.
You don't know that.
Because Coach May left after another year after that and took players with him. That's why I'm like, yeah, he went to Michigan and he took some guys. So.
Hey, is there a hockey
We're
game
not
on
going
tonight?
back.
Is there a hockey game on tonight?
No, hockey's. Actually, there is. I was about to say no.
Is this your first bullet?
Because it's over, but
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I mean?
some
Yeah.
issues in the AHL caused the season to run
Especially
long,
if you have to buy
and
like,
the
you get
Panthers'
20,000
minor league
for
affiliate,
100,000.
the Charlotte Checkers, are playing tonight against
Actually,
the
all of them are.
Abbotsford Canucks.
Tonight.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep the ticker on tonight for that.
Oh my God!
There's no way for me to watch it. So
here I am thinking I'm making a clever joke, and you're over here.
And I was about to be like, haha, and I was like, no, wait, because they're gonna play game.
Wait, there's more.
Game 4 of the Calder Cup final.
And let me ask you, as a hockey fan, did you like what they were doing with the nations, the 4 nations when they were playing each other?
No, I didn't like it, but I understand why they did it.
Why did they do it?
It's a practice run for the Olympics next year.
Oh, okay. So you think that after the Olympics,
it's going to be?
they won't do it
it was
again?
4 nations. I'm like, well, it's going to be a lot more nations, and they've got to be ready. So, shutting the league down and setting up the tournament. So it was a practice run.
Okay.
For the Olympics.
So you don't think they'll do it again next year?
No, I do not.
Did it get good reviews? Like, where people did they like it or?
They like the hockey aspect of it, but players were playing for their country and playing to win, and a lot of them got hurt in what a lot of people consider to be a meaningless exhibition tournament. So it got a lot of bad reviews on that front.
I remember
Not just saying that because 2 Panthers got hurt.
Did they? I'm assuming they made it back, right? In time.
Kachuk, not till the playoffs. He
Right.
was out for the whole regular season.
Yeah, perfect. Get some nice rest and relaxation, and come back from when it matters. So, is Edmonton set up for next year too, or like are there a lot of their
Not
players
really.
returning, or no? They're gonna have to like get rid of some.
Well, every team has questions. Edmonton's got a lot of questions.
So less likely for a three-peat Stanley Cup rematch.
I still have zero clue how they made it back. How did they beat Dallas? Playing the way they did in the final. I'm like, you beat Dallas in 5? How?
Dallas was just that much better.
On paper they were. It's just they just completely folded.
What seed was Edmonton? Like in their
third,
conference?
third in the division.
Third.
Yeah, it's divisional. It's not the conference.
Oh, really?
And Dallas was second in the Central, like 2 points behind the President's Trophy winner. So, with their defense and their goaltending, Dallas should have smothered them.
I like Charlie's bet here, even though he doesn't have anything. They both check to him. He's going to take down a pretty nicely sized pot, but without really much to talk about. Kind of surprised both these guys folded with double gutters. Both guys folded with 6-4. What are we doing? What are we doing, Brett? And a backdoor flush draw.
He's got a lot of heart. The Abbotsford Heat, which is the weirdest name for a hockey team in British Columbia ever. I said the Abbotsford Canucks. They're the Canucks affiliate. So
Abbotsford Heat.
Yep.
In Canada.
Yep.
Those Canadians got a good sense of humor. I mean, not.
Well, in the big leagues,
Edmonton.
Calgary's team is the Flames.
Yeah, that's true.
We all know how blazing hot it is in Calgary during hockey season.
I've been to Edmonton once when I was 8 or 9 years old. We went to Edmonton on vacation. We went to the Edmonton Mall.
On vacation?
Yeah.
My condolences.
No, it was great. It was the biggest mall. I mean, so there's Edmonton Mall, and then there's the Mall of America in Minnesota. And this is back when malls were cool. Now, nobody goes to the mall, but it was huge. It had its own water park in there, skating rink, biggest arcade in Canada. It was great.
Edmonton is the Green Bay, Wisconsin of the NHL.
Yeah.
Oh,
All the suits are
wasteland.
spoken for. Look at all 4 of them are there represented.
Oh, 8s and 9s for
8s
Brett.
and 9s.
Although a flush draw for Airborne. Something tells me that's coming through.
What are you, a Jedi now?
On the river.
Oh, look, a spade.
Brett thought he was good because he hit a set of jacks. He didn't see that his opponent had spades.
He's like, I won.
Ouch. I actually hate to
That's
see
what
that.
I would say. If that, yeah, you hit a card and you think it, and then
Yeah.
you look at it again, and you're like, oh, dang nabbit. All right, so Brett takes home 4th place in $448.
We are down to 3 players.
I don't know what he wants to do.
Your call, guys.
I won't do a chip
I don't care. I don't care what you guys want to do.
I said I wouldn't do a chip chop, but I'll split it even 3 ways.
Yeah, we're all close. Want to do 3 ways and get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Joey! 3
Three-way chop. Even up.
And what's this?
Where are you going?
We've got a little pause in the action.
Looks like you.
Yeah, he probably does.
I would say count it.
The 3 players are pretty close in chips. Only 74K separates first and third. All right, still running some numbers. We're just waiting on that information. So that would be no. Oh, okay. That would be yes then. All right, everybody. Let me just. There we go. Okay, but
give him a close up of the ring. Give him
kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
Kiss
the ring.
Stanley Cup champions. All right, but
yeah,
apparently an agreement was reached among our final 3 players, and I'd mentioned just before you came back, they're fairly even in chips, and they just said sharing is caring, so let's just split it evenly. So $1,395 each was given to Charlie, Dave, and Airborne, and on that note, that's going to do it for us here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club for our Thursday 3K guarantee $150 buy-in tournament. Thank you all for tuning in, and please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go live. And tomorrow, I believe, is our 10K deep stack.
Hooah!
That's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, the Black Chip Bounty Tournament, where everybody's headhunting.
That's true.
There's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you don't miss that. And until then, on behalf of our production guys, Rob, I see you up there. Don't ignore me. Right?
There we go.
Right.
Rob, James, Ron, our tournament director, Joey Dolans, all of our dealers. We appreciate everybody in the chat today. We can't do it without you. I mean, we could, but it'd be pretty boring.
Yeah, it would.
We appreciate all you guys' input. And like you said, if you would hit that follow, like, and subscribe button, it goes a long way. We appreciate everybody. And for my partner, Matt, I'm Terry, and we'll catch you next week.
Okay. See you next time. And until then, good night from the Action Palace at